Hello, hello, hello. Eyes here for the stream today. At least one of them. Um, Open panel, yada yada. News. Let's check. Trump adds RFK Jr. Tulsi Gabbard to his transition team. Um, Zuckerberg says Biden administration pressured Meta to censor COVID-19 content. I was thinking about the Twitter files the other day. That kind of bothers me. Government overreach. All right, let's see. Speaking of Twitter. Oh, yeah. There's a few tweets. People who say that words are violence are trying to justify using violence against people who use words. And then, following on that, this person says, actually, this is kind of a long one. Tyrannical. The people who complain of words you use, how you use them, the instruments you choose, timing, critiquing every nuance in vernacular, etc., etc. Yes, those people. Micromanaging communication is a narcissistic, or is a narcissist desperate to stifle greater understanding, intent on frustrating you. So you'll stop hurting a misplaced feeling. If you push back, you've offended and are engaging in an act of violence. They don't have the skills to self-regulate or stop a tantrum until you stop communicating the truth and agree never expose reality again. Blown glass egos, coddled by mommy for way too long. In fact, a huge percentage of these personalities lived with mommy and still do for a huge percentage of their experience on Earth because they're scared of life itself. Wow. Imagine what words do when the meaning rubs them wrong and they can't handle it. Words themselves are not violent. If they can't handle words, that's an inner dysfunction within themselves, and that's a weakness. Being a squeaky wheel doesn't make them strong. Freedom is a higher value than a narc's ego, and freedom of speech isn't cherry picked for narcissists only. Yes, ma'am. You go. Hi. Here. Oh, are It still blows my mind that people go back and watch this shit. So you watched last night's episode, and then just as that one's finishing, I started this one. Wow. I'm hitting my goal of 24 hours without even trying. Um, I'm not sure what that comment matches up to. Internet is what kind of like. So anyway, those are the tweets I have. That's all that's going on. Let's see. Benjamin Boyce, Ulysses Grant, Civil War. Nope, really, that's it. I've stopped watching the end to catch you now live. What was it about last night? I don't even remember. I don't think I had a guest. Actually, I think that's when I talked. Oh, yeah, I was chatting with the chat with the commenters about the drama. So it was mostly about that. Because here, imagine the life. Like this is that person's life. So imagine this psychology of somebody that comes to a chat that's not even about that person or that thing and is already talking about it. And the person may not even show up today. And that person is just one person, but this is like 20 or 30 or 50 people that act like this. So when you put that in the scales, which one is more worrisome? All right, let me see if I have anything else. I used to have topics and stuff. I stopped doing them because the panels were happening for a while, so they seem to be interfering with the topics, and now I don't have any lined up. Lol cows. Yeah, I'm learning about it myself. I think it's lol, like LOL cows. People say that. I never believe them ever. Um, I have imposter syndrome real, real bad, and that and most people like usually tell me to shut up when I monologue. Especially growing up, they just ignore you. They don't have to tell you to shut up. They can just move in and out of the conversation if it's not interesting enough. And then in Vegas, I really didn't monologue. Like I didn't talk any more or less than anybody else. I don't think so. I didn't have a reputation for monologuing. It was not until I moved up here, where there's like a speed limit on how much any one person could talk, that I really got a lot of reactions for how much I talk, which I don't think I talk a lot. Like I said, back home, I'm the quiet one. And notice that people here were self-conscious of how much they talk, and that's the first time in my life I even had to notice or think about that kind of stuff. Oh wow, you've been doing yard work? That sounds so that it sounds better than this. I almost wish I had yard work to do so I wouldn't have to stream. I'm like, wow, he gets to go rake the yard. He doesn't have to sit in front of YouTube all day. I'm so jealous. I wish I had that. That seems a lot healthier. Yeah, and I don't know if you heard me talk about the Big Brother lady, but I said that I didn't really understand it until I realized that I had a locale of my own. She's on Big Brother this year, so I tune in every episode to see what her latest drama is going to be. And it's always to laugh at her, not with her. She's pathetic. She's a grown woman. She's like my age. She needs the attention on her constantly. She cries over the littlest piece of drama that nobody else would cry about. Um, she's kind of a Karen. She is a Karen. So I need my daily dose. I mean, my weekly dose of. Her name's Angela. Hi, Angela. If you're watching, come on the show. Let's talk. When you get out, you're still in there. Oh wow, I wish I had that motivation. That's some impressive discipline. Now, if I lived like in the mountains or something where I could hike, I would probably do that every day. It wouldn't even feel like a walk. Oh, oh Lord, hang on one second. They're wanting me to go on Jim Bob's. Um, I don't know how to join two panels at once. But Jim Bob is the one that said he didn't want to talk to me. Like Hank, he was live one day and I was live, and Hank knows him or talks to him, and he he told me Hank was on my panel, and he's like Jim Bob's live, so we pulled Jim Bob up, and then I guess Hank was talking to Jim Bob and told Jim Bob to watch my stream and to either come on my show or have me go on his. And Jim Bob watched. I guess he watched some of my stream, and he typed back to Hank. He's like, "No thanks," and so that's the last I know about Jim Bob and his desire to have me on a panel. Let's see. Oh wow. Okay, so partly is it's the quality of sleep you're getting that's making the difference to how you feel in the morning about walking. I know in Vegas we had one of those Tempur-Pedic mattresses that like the memory foam. I found it very hard. I didn't. I like to like like fall into a mattress and have it like poof up around me. And the Tempur-Pedic was, it was like a piece of hard foam. It was like falling on a couch or something. It was hard and flat, and so it didn't have that bouncy feel to it. But over time, it shapes itself to your body or something. And Mike loved it. Like it was he loved it. Like he found that it gave him what he was looking for. But for me, I prefer the normal mattresses. But maybe something like a Tempur-Pedic. Are you talking about your pet? Yeah, I remember you. Yeah. Oh, they wear out. Like the foam starts to lose its memory. Memory foam, Alzheimer's. Let's see. I have the pillows, like the memory foam pillows. And you're right, those kind of lose their shape after a while too. Oh, so you're walking by yourself. Oh, never mind on the Jim Bob thing. It looks like I'm being used in a troll plot. I thought Jim Bob was want me to go on. Oh, super untrackable. Okay, I guess that's super. Layers of latex on the mattress. That sounds kind of. I've seen those in certain clubs. And hello, new people. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious, untrackable, Smitty. Just waiting for panelists and having a conversation with my chatters, commenters. I call you commenters because I think of that as the comment section, but people tell me it's the chat section, and the comment thing is at the bottom of the video. But I think of all of that as comment. Latex foam, okay. Oh, like the layer that you put the mattress top. Okay. My last mattress was a I rented a room in Seattle, and part of the deal was the old roommate moved out and they left the bed and the mattress, and part of the deal was that I had to agree to take the mattress. It came with the room, and so when I moved out of that place, I took the mattress with me. So it was some kind of hand me down from some former person, but it lasted like probably 10 years at least, and that was the last real mattress I actually had. All right, we have our friend Lanza joining. Welcome.
What's up?
Not much. What's up with you?
I was just thinking about the first time I'm gonna release a video, and it's gonna be on. Ironically, I think I can get it done like by 9/11.
Oh, I thought you meant today. Like,
No,
and it was going to be on Iran.
what?
I'm just
Like,
kidding. Um,
oh, okay. I have a whole backstory scoop on Iran. Like, you mean like Iran? What the fuck?
so, like, you're working on a video for the future?
Yeah,
Cool.
it's gonna be what Chuck uh it's basically gonna be. I'm going to look at an area with the oldest aerial maps possible. These ones are going to be about 1890, and
What
then
area?
it's going to be an air. Here's the thing: first of all, I'm going to teach you how to do this in your area. That's going to be the first order of business. Second order of business is going to be me using topography and mound, what do they call that? Like earthworks is like a thing that is around me. Showing on map current Google on top of what was in 1890, whatever.
Oh yeah.
And then I'm going to select a location and I'm going to go there and I'm going to find shit.
Like a real life, you could go there in person and
Yeah,
stream
yeah,
it.
yeah.
Wow. That is gonna be cool.
And I'm going to bring a metal detector, like I said, just in case a bag of gold is hanging out somewhere. Nobody know. I mean,
Right? Yeah,
that's
you never
my
know.
thing is you can't see underground, dude, unless you use
I
LiDAR.
I can't. Well,
You,
but then that's where the snakes are, right? How do you know they're down there if you can't see them?
well, because everybody knows snakes make uh holes or whatever.
Do they make holes? They don't. How do they? They don't dig. How do they make holes?
That's a
Do they
good
put little
question.
sticks in their mouth?
That's a fucking good question and a fucking
I
hilarious
know they
one.
hide in hole because like growing up, you were supposed to, if you saw a
There,
hole, you were supposed to make sure
yeah.
it didn't have a snake in it. But I didn't know that they built the holes.
Now, now I gotta say this. Now the Grand Canyon. Now that's a hole, right? Did you know how the Grand Canyon was actually formed?
Wasn't it water?
It was two Jewish men fighting over it was somebody. One of them dropped a nickel in a mole in a snake hole, and then from that point, that's how the Grand Canyon was formed. Until they found that fucking nickel, dude.
I'm ashamed of myself that I actually got that joke.
But
Oh,
that's
and
what
what
could have
kind of
happened.
mattress
I'll
do
do it
you
on
use?
9/11. 9/11. I'll use.
Go ahead
I'm
about
gonna.
9/11.
I'm
That
yeah.
might be a more interesting topic
I'm gonna put that video out on 9/11.
on 9/11. Okay.
Yeah, Chuck wanted it. I even know. I know people who have interest in it, so maybe I can get like you know 2 subscribers or something. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
no, and I'll definitely help promote it too. We could even watch it here if you want.
I'm big on Google Maps or Earth or whatever. I'm big on
That's my
old
favorite piece of technology.
dude. I'll show you in the first dude. I'll show you how easy it is to go to this website. And I learned this. I'll even show you where. Well, I won't really probably show you where I learned it, but I learned it from the only 2 places in the state that do work with archaeology. And they were talking about like they're still finding things. And the way the guy said he was still finding things, like one of the lead guy, he was even honest. He was like, yeah, we don't really know dates. Like dates are kind of asked up and stuff. You know what I mean? Like 10,000, 4,000. It's like we really don't know. Like he's even truthful, kind of like semi-truthful. But he said to use those maps, and when I went to go use them, I figured out I could overlay current Google Maps on top of it, like through a feature.
Hmm.
So then I'll just show you how to do that, and then you can see like what your town you grew up in, everywhere, anywhere you want to look. The oldest maps are available in at this website that you can Google Map
Of any area, like any
any
location.
area, bro. Any.
Wow, I
I
am
mean, I've
interested.
only checked. I've only checked like. I mean, I know I've seen more available than I've like looked at, but it's got to be every state. It's like a historical website or something. Like it's like an official website.
So there's only two people in your entire state that do archaeology.
There are two. There are 2 places that are designated to be the what do you call it? Adv- uh, like I guess top advisors on the archaeology of the state.
Do you trust them, or could they be snake people?
Well, I'll apply what knowledge could they be snake people. I mean, who knows, man? You know what I mean? Like, remember, like, I don't know, sometimes people shed skin. I don't know.
That's true.
I
Yes, I've
heard
seen
Queen
that happen.
Elizabeth. I saw Queen Elizabeth. She had some scales one time that fell off, but that was a whole different thing. She was weighing gold, and no, I'm kidding.
I could, I
It's
could visualize the meme already.
it's sad. It's sad. Yeah, you're just protecting lizards, bro. Like it's sad.
Yeah.
What
Here, yeah. Why are you?
that
I
can't be
don't
right.
know why you would choose this either over the beach of Cortez. What's spreading? Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, the anti-Semitism on the left for sure. A lot of Jewish people are waking up to it.
Hey, have you ever heard of anti-everythingism?
Is that possible? Like extreme misanthropy or nihilism?
Well, it's like you got to think about an ant, and then you got to think about the ant's eyes.
Oh, I thought you meant like
No, no,
Frank.
now I'm just fucking around. I'm just fucking around. Yo, if you're an ant, everything's anti everyism, everything.
Is this have you had your morning whatever you whatever ritual you do? Or is this you sober? Yeah, I looked. I don't know if it's 90%, but we looked the other day at the percent of religions, and most of them, I think, except for the Mormons and the evangelical, were mostly Democrat. Like of all, like take any religious denomination or group, the majority of that religion leans Democrat more than Republican, no matter what the religion is. Catholicism, all of it. It was surprising. But then you have secular Jews as well that don't consider themselves like they're Jewish but not religious, and so I don't know if that poll took like would take those into account or not, because I know the Jewish number was not 90%, but it definitely leaned Democrat. But see, just like the men, the gays,
But it's
the
like though,
men.
it's like that movie Jurassic Park. Have you ever seen that movie?
No, I have not seen that particular cut. But just like the men, they started turning against men, and then the gays, they started turning against the gays, and now they're doing it with the Jews. They're started to turn. So the left has like a line you cross, and when you get too much in the oppressor category, they are perceived oppressor, then they're able to turn against you. And so everyone has to make sure they stay oppressed or perceived as oppressed. And I think with Israel, there's a
What about
perception that Jewish people have crossed that line now, and
what about
they're now the
impressed?
oppressor. What?
Oh, like what about impressed? You know what I mean? Like yo, like they impressed us with that attack they just killed us all with. You know what I mean? Like
Like they forced us to fight in their army, or it made
I
us
don't know.
strong.
Honestly, I was just saying things. You were making way more sense than me.
Uh, but I think you were being more entertaining than me. See, we make such a great team. Yeah, here, that's a great question. It kind of muddies it makes it a little less black and white, figuratively speaking. So what else is going on? What's
Speaking of skin color, no, I'm kidding. What else is going on? I don't know. You guys all know what's going on. You guys
not
all tell
really.
me. What do I tell
I've
you?
been
I don't
kind
tell
of
you guys shit.
do what?
I don't tell you guys shit.
Yeah, I've been pretty detached from both politics and the panelverse. I don't really know. I'm in my own little bubble. I really don't know what's going on.
Everybody,
Did you ever make it out
everybody
to
knows
that
what's
lake
going on.
house?
Hey, dude, I'll be back in a minute.
All right. Okay, well, y'all have me again now. Uh, yeah, that was some interesting stuff. Don't want to know. Um, yeah, but see, part of that, this is the downside. You watch it right here. Is those lulls? Like you don't want the drama, but there's a certain energy that comes from the drama that I think people do want. If not not necessarily the drama itself. Yeah, and I have similar memories growing up, and I took all that for granted because that was just the norm. But looking back, it was like, wow, how cool to have all of that growing up, and how much I did take it for granted. It was just always there. It had been there long before I was. It's still there. You like the drama even. Are you in it? I don't see you in it much unless you have another name. Hey, Leggy, what's up? And I don't mind some some drama. There's some types of drama that could be fun. I don't like the type that hijacks like something from a higher tier and hijacks it to a lower tier. Oh, okay. So you have experience and wisdom. Yeah, and we've talked about it on the stream before how I think humans need conflict. I think we're wired for it. I don't think it's possible for us to exist without conflict. And then if we tried to, it wouldn't be very long before we were finding something to have conflict about. Hey, Philip. Um, drama sure, laugh sure, whatever sure. I'm still working on that money part. We have memberships, by the way. I keep forgetting to promote those. We have let me see memberships. Right now, it's just basic. It's just showing support to the channel. If you want to like show that you're part of an outlier, I'm trying to think of a cool name for everyone that supports the outliers. Because I was gonna just call all of you outliers, but you may not all be outliers yourselves. So I don't want to assume. So I need a name that includes all of the outliers, but also the allies and supporters. So I need like something more catch-all. And you get a badge next to your name, and there might be some member polls I throw up every now and then. And also we have super chats, which you can use creatively. I don't know the limit of the potential of those yet. But before you waste too much money, I would work it out in the chat first and make sure it's going to be something I'm going to agree to. Because it doesn't guarantee I'm going to do it, but you can certainly make the suggestions. But if I agree to it ahead of time and then you do it, I'll honor it. Oh, well, cool. Untrackable. That's um oh, panel jackers, yeah. There are those, but again, that ultimately comes down to the host. They only panel jack to the extent that the host allows them to panel jack because the host has that little eject button that they could turn it off at any time. So anything you're experiencing here ever is ultimately because I'm letting it continue and not turning it off. And I normally don't. If it's personal, like if people start doing personal going after a specific panelist personally, I usually turn it off. If it seems malicious or hateful, like not in fun, good fun or good faith, but actively hateful and malicious, I'll turn it off. If it crosses like certain lines into taboo territory, legally, morally, I'll cut it off. And believe me, there are people that like to see where those lines are all the time. I'm not sure where they are, but I have my own personal lines, and I go off of those. But other than that, I'm more curious to hear what people have to say. So my tendency is to not shut things down, but to let it come out so I could see what it is. Unless, like I said, it's hijacking. We were having one type of conversation, and then it starts turning into a different type that is inferior. I'll cut it off for that too. All right. Let's see. Oh well, we're at half an hour. Okay. Well, I did an early panel today anyway, so this may not be the right time of day. I have things to do, errands to run, places and people. Not really. I'm trying to make it sound more exciting than it actually is. And then I could always come back this afternoon. I just want to make sure I'm getting enough streaming time in because I do eventually want to take this seriously as a full-time job. And so I want to wake up in the morning and put a few hours, like put several hours in. A half a day, a day. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. So this is me showing up. But also, me, myself, I only have so much content. And so, um, when I feel like I'm tapped out and no one else wants to come up or has anything to talk about, then that's usually a good sign to wrap it up. And then I'll try again later. Oh, actually, we have somebody. I'm gonna trust this person. They've been talking in the chat room, so hopefully they're not gonna porn bomb me. You're not gonna porn bomb me.
No, sir.
Hey, untrackable.
We've talked before.
Oh, okay. What's up?
Just another day in paradise. You know what I mean?
Where are
Um,
you?
I am East Coast, United States, North Carolina.
Oh, okay. Let's see. What is your channel so I can put you in?
I don't necessarily put stuff out. Like it's like I'm on YouTube, but
You want me to just put you as untrackable?
yeah, I mean I could get the link and share it, but I don't think there's anything there. Like I put some
Okay.
Hot Wheels stuff up, but that's about it.
Oh.
Like this is my avatar.
Oh, yeah, cool. Do you know Philip, King Philip, that comes up here? He has a Hot Wheel collection too.
Okay. No, I dig it.
So what's up on the East Coast today?
Just chilling. Um, took a day off. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do. This is so is this like your idea of relaxing and it helps you unwind? Oh, here's Philip right here. Oh yeah, he's been here before, Exile. I'm remembering now. So he's cool. I'm not worried.
Yeah, I don't do that type of stuff. I just like talking to people.
Well, we have someone else to talk to. I hope that's
Yes,
Leggy.
it is. Yes,
Hey, Leggy.
sir. It is.
What's
It's me.
up?
What's going on?
Not much, just hanging out, getting our day started or relaxing or something. What's going on over there? Are you off of work?
Yeah, I got the day off. Yeah.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, I got the day off today. No boat for me.
That's so that's so cool that y'all are spending it on panels.
Well, I gotta say, like yesterday was my daughter's first day of first grade,
Oh
and
wow.
my schedule had me now, and my wife took the day off because it's kind of like a ceremonial type of thing. The kid's first day of first grade. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
it's a big deal.
And so we had the day off, and we went and picked up a desk, so the kid can have like a school space at home. And
Oh wow. Oh
but
cool.
th- but then we went and got a couples massage, and I had never had a massage before, and I'm in pain right now because massages like absolutely just destroy you if you're not
Oh,
ready for them.
you're in pain from the massage?
I think that's what he said. Yeah.
Oh, I think he went on mute.
Can you see my background?
I can. Let me blow it up.
All right, I didn't know because like you're frozen on my end, so I don't know what's going on.
Oh, okay.
Like
Is
your
that
video?
your is that where you are?
Yeah,
It
that's.
looks first of all, it looks freezing cold. It looks
I mean,
so
that's not
cold.
where I am right this second. I'm at my house right this second.
Right. But,
That's from the other day. Now it's like 82 degrees here.
oh, is this mist?
Yeah, it's fog. I live in the foggiest place on earth. Legit.
Wow.
Like it's not even a joke. I think we've in the last month we've had 1 or 2 days on the water that hasn't been foggy.
Gee.
I tell
Oh
you
yeah,
what,
here I am is saying to drink lots of water after the massage. What does it do? Does it break up like the what is that the acid in the muscles, the uric acid? Does it does do massages break all that up?
I guess I don't know.
Oh, the lymph that holds the toxins. He's saying.
Okay, I'm back.
Oh, okay. Welcome. They were saying to drink lots of water after the massage because it loosens up the toxins.
Yeah, I got you. Um, it's kind of like when you start to work out, you know what I
Hmm.
mean? Like that first exercise, that first usage of those muscles, it's gonna bring so much of that lactic acid out of you.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
I
you
get that
just
when I
you just
start
gotta
hiking
drink water.
again.
You gotta flush it.
Yeah. Hey, Cap
But
Gun.
but then after the couples massage, um, we were like, hey, and she has an after school program that she's going to. So we linked up with some friends, and my dad, when she was born, gave us 2 bottles of champagne, custom label champagne. The champagne itself probably not that special, but the fact that it had custom labels with my daughter's little baby picture on it,
Oh,
it's like that was designated. So we've been sitting on that for like 5.5, almost 6 years, having it top shelf, just stowed away. And so while she's at school on her first day of school, mommy and daddy popped a bottle of champagne and
oh,
There you
had some
go.
drinks.
There you
So
go.
everybody that's going through the same thing in our area, it was like, hey, toast, mommy, daddy, parent, whatever you want to call yourself. You know what I mean?
oh,
Toast.
nice.
Take a moment and drink this champagne because like they're at school and we're chilling.
Is this your first one? First child?
Yeah, first First and only.
So
Yeah.
first grade.
No, he says first and only, but he made another one the first day of school.
Huh?
They popped that champagne. Things got wild.
Oh.
Bouncing. Wow,
Okay, I
wow.
got it. Welcome, Cap.
Hey, what's going on?
Are you off today too?
I work for myself, so
Oh,
I don't.
okay.
It's all woodworking. I just go from here into the garage, and that's it.
That's nice.
That's where all my tools are. But no, I was just going back. Yeah, it's lactic acid that you're talking about. It's pain. If you're using the muscles, it doesn't really matter what you do. You can drink all the water in the world. You're still going to be in pain. You're still going to be sore. It dissipates. It has to because it's actually tearing even through massage, it's still tearing muscle fibers, and so they have to rebuild, re-strengthen, rebuild back up. So that's the reason why. It's no matter what you do, uh, it's not going to completely leave your body until it just leaves it naturally.
Oh.
It's all the sugars and stuff that build up.
Jeff, you see
No,
that?
I
This
believe
photo.
you.
I hope so.
Because I mean, I've been through it a few times, to where it's like you use something that you haven't used in a while, and there's absolutely nothing except for time that's gonna allow it to feel right again. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Right?
Continue to use it, you know, you'll be good to go. But if you only use that muscle every once in a while, once you do, it's like, yeah, it's gonna work, but the next day's gonna suck.
yeah, you're gonna be in pain unless you keep using it the same way and you keep using the same form that you're using, in what your the way you're using the muscle. If it's the same repetitive motion, it's going to eventually get used to it. Um, but that's why you have to, if you want to build strength up in it, you're going to try to, what you want to do essentially is to make it sore every single time you work out, but not in the beginning. You just want to get everything sort of um, ready. It's not really about the weight necessarily. It's just about the motion at first and making sure you're using the correct form, because that's everything. But when you're trying to build muscle, that's what you want, that soreness the next day, because you don't feel like you actually did um,
Well, that's like
all that you could have done the day prior. It's like whenever I don't have a day, the next day I'm not in pain in that area, or in 48 hours I don't have pain in that area, it means I didn't do as much as I should have.
It's like I can always tell the days that I switch off jobs on the boat and do something different compared to stacking traps like I normally do. Like when I work
Hmm.
the rail, my whole upper body, like it's a whole different muscle group that you're using because you're breaking on traps, so it's
Yeah.
all like arm and shoulder, versus like when you're stacking traps, it's all like upper body and your back type deal. And a lot
Oh
of
yeah.
like, and of course you're constantly running too, so you're working your legs. So
Right. Absolutely.
dude, I bet you in a day's time, especially when we haul 20 trawls, there's no doubt it's an ungodly amount of fucking steps I take because it's all I do all day. Back and forth. Boom, boom,
Yeah.
boom, 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 boom.
I imagine
Up and
there's good
down a
money in that
45-foot
though. I
boat
imagine
all day. Boom, boom, boom,
that's a
boom,
good amount. I
boom.
mean, you can make good money doing that, obviously, though,
I
right?
mean,
I
and they're anywheres from 15 to 25 trap trawls, you know? So, and they
Yeah.
come up about every 30 to 45 seconds, there's a new trap on the washboard. So, yeah.
Jeez. You're constantly moving. That sure as hell sounds like it.
Yeah. I just work at a constant pace. That's what I tell my boss and the other guy. I've known him forever. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Look, I'm reliable, I'm dependable, but I work at one fucking pace. You want me to go faster? You want me to go slower? I don't know what to tell you. I work at this fucking pace.
Right.
It works. It works.
No, that's cool. I respect that. It probably makes the since it's constantly busy, it probably makes the day go by much faster.
Well, if there's lobsters, like yesterday, there was nothing but crabs, man, and they're not even good crabs. They're all cheddar crabs, so they're junk. So you just, it's like, what the fuck, man?
Oh,
And the crab are worthless anyways. I mean, there is no actual crab market, and the crabs that we are selling are just, it's just 100 to 400 pounds a time. So it's not like we can save a lot of them. But if you could
right.
save every single crab, and I'm talking about male and female crab, because you're only allowed male. But if you could save all crab, I guarantee you in a day's time, you could consistently, for a good few months, have 10,000 pounds of crab a day. Like, there's no ands, if, buts about it.
Wow.
Because nobody's
Well,
buying crab. For
I'm
some
I'm
reason, there's
just
no crab.
I'm
What?
just curious. Like, I have friends that grow food and stuff, like permaculture or whatever. And one guy grows like some microgreens or whatever indoors, and then they go and sell them to like local like high restaurants. And like, dude, they get paid a lot of money to do that. Do you think that I should set up a crab in my basement? I could put a pool or whatever and like get some crabs going. If you're saying like people need crabs,
So, so
The
essentially,
pigeons.
yeah, there's just
dude, a
nobody
lot of
The
buying
just
it.
so you guys
pigeons.
know, a lot of that came
Pigeon
out not the
crab.
way I meant it.
Yeah, it happens. I mean, that's what I said. There was, at one point, there was no market for clams. There was no market for oysters. There was no market for lobster or king crab or Maryland crab. Like, somebody had to go out and put the work in order to get it to be a market, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And it doesn't seem like, I just seen something on the news. There was a fella from Africa, of all places. He's over here. He's a professor over here at UMaine, and he's talking about how Maine could be seafood, like they could sustain the seafood industry, like within the state of Maine, if we did more to promote the seafood that we have. Because I mean, there's so many different types of seafood here. It's not even funny.
Is it true or not? I heard the ocean's rising. Is this true?
I mean, I guess if you take in erosion into account and all that,
I
and
think
all these storms.
if sea level is rising, I think that means more shellfish and shit. I'm just saying, maybe it's not a bad market or whatever.
I mean, I do think the seas are rising. I mean, because if you look around here, like especially since we've had some super sized tides and some hell fucking storms up here, windstorms and all that. Uh, things have things have got fucked up. There's water now where there wasn't water before. So I
Dude,
mean,
yo, can I tell you something? When I was a kid, and one of my friends, he invited me to come hang out with him and some of his older friends, and his older friends were weird as fuck, and they had alligators in their attic.
Wait, what?
Yeah, I don't know how
Oh,
that
okay.
happened.
Untrackable. Cool. We'll probably still be here. Alligators in the attic. Somebody had to put them there.
No,
Alligators
no,
don't just
they
end
were
up in an
keeping them
attic.
as they were like
Oh, they
um
were keeping them up there.
yeah, they were like,
Like
dude,
baby alligators?
exotic pet trade apparently is something that some people pay attention to, and this guy definitely paid attention to it because he had actual alligators in like baby pools in his
Oh, okay. Yeah, that
attic,
makes
and he had
sense.
snakes.
Yeah, it's been going on a long time.
I don't know how the hell that was supposed to fit in, but
Sometimes it doesn't.
Well, it's aquatic life and plus exotic pets, so it
Sure.
fit in.
sure.
Plus, it's the outliers.
It was the proper
I
topic
found it
and response.
interesting, so that's my category. As long as that ties everything together for me.
I don't know if I could do that job that Leggy does. I mean, it sounds like a dream job to me because I love boats and I love being on the water and I love fog, to be honest. But it just sounds like that would be
Hmm.
so
Yeah,
stressful. You know, you
it's
get in that boat and just like it's all foggy, I'd be worried about running into other boats.
well, it's like the other day, man. We were hauling, and all of a sudden, the other steerman looks up. He goes, "Holy fuck!" He goes, "There's a boat right off the side of us." We
Oh,
look up, and the boat was right there. I mean, they were hauling a trawl too, so it's not like they were going fast. But
right.
still, it was like, what the
Sounds
fuck?
like
They never
radar
told
not
that
picked
boat was
that up
there.
though.
Yeah, that's what I would think too. Is
Then you
radar,
got
but
guys out there that don't even run radar, and like
mm.
they
Oh,
just go fucking right to the pin, wide open. You know, it's like, are you
Oh
guys
my
fucking
god.
stupid? It's like,
or
how
what happens
stupid
around
can
the
you be?
Bermuda Triangle? Some of those disappearances. I think there's something out there. I think if you accidentally see it, I think you go missing. But I don't know.
You
The
just
Bermuda
think that
Triangle is
Yeah,
a
I literally just
is
think
it a
that. Yeah,
snake?
I
it's a
literally just
large
think that.
it's a large magnetic field. It's a large magnetic field, and it
I
does.
have
That's the
no
reason why
evidence at all to back that up,
it screws
except
up.
Exactly.
for
It screws
people
up
go missing,
people's.
and I can fill in a reason because I'm a human.
Right.
It
I
screws
lo-
up people's compasses and everything else. It's a magnetic field. That's the
they
reason.
know
That's
that now for sure.
yeah.
Bro,
That it's the
like I
magnetic
had a
field.
vision when I had a vision 10 years ago that when NASA like launches their rockets, they just launch them into the Bermuda Triangle, and like that's why you're not allowed to go there because you'd see all the rockets that were there.
Just a vision just came
Yeah,
to
yeah.
you.
When I was a kid, I was like, yeah, like I don't know why. I just thought could make it into a cartoon or something. I don't know.
You
Well,
Hey,
it's
probably
NASA
like,
find it all right.
didn't NASA start with Walt Disney cartoons and shit? That's kind of interesting too. Maybe I am onto something.
Did it?
Maybe.
I didn't know about that. Is there a NASA conspiracy theory?
Oh,
Bro,
there's probably a shit ton of
yeah,
them.
yeah, like Warner von Braun, his best friend was Walt Disney, and Walt Disney was the first media to put space into animation.
Like propaganda for
Yeah,
propaganda.
yeah, hell yeah. What you think? What you think?
So the
but is
answer is
that really
yes, there is
true
a
though?
What
Because
conspiracy
you
I mean,
think?
they've been
Not a
around
picturing,
conspiracy.
Disney and
they've been
It's,
NASA.
having
it's not a
the
conspiracy that they did it. They did it.
yeah, but they've had the Earth as a globe
I pulled
for
it
like
up and then I'm
thousands of
like,
years.
is this a rabbit hole I want to be in right now? And I decided it wasn't, and I closed it.
Yeah, that's fine.
So I honestly don't know. When you could be right.
Leggy
Don't
does
tell me you're a
the
flat earther.
Rabbit hole, like the rabbi hole, dude. You don't want to be in that. I can tell you that.
I don't mind I
well, they
don't mind
found a
rabbis.
rabbi hole there in New York
DQ.
City not too long. Not well, it was like a year
And
ago.
Oh,
dude,
the
let me
tunnels.
tell you, yeah, and let
Yeah,
me tell you, if I was a secret society that literally, like, I can't believe those guys are actually like in those tunnels for real, and they actually were. Now
yeah, they were.
here's the thing: if you're actually really smart, you know you don't let your real tunnels get found, right?
Maybe they
You
weren't
you
actually really smart.
you only show you only show the tunnels you want to show
Yeah, it
if
could be.
you're smart and you're digging tunnels. I mean, apparently they are. So,
They were trying to get to the building next door or something.
oh, that's all they were doing for sure. Yeah,
Maybe.
it was just easier to
Was there a
hop in
bank?
the
Was there a
sewer.
bank next door?
No, dude, it was actually there's media that shows stuff I don't even want to describe that was behind those walls, but
I thought there'd be a bank next door. You know,
no,
Jewish
no,
people
but
banks.
I bet you there's a bunch of Talmuds around.
That could be.
Anyway, tunnel digging with Mike Rowe. No, Mike, you guys remember those shows with Mike Rowe?
Who's Mike
No.
Rowe?
Are you
He
talking
was
about?
Dirty Jobs. He did this thing called Dirty Jobs.
Hmm.
Oh, that guy. Yeah, I liked him.
Yeah.
He was
I
cool.
always wanted him to take a managerial position so I could call him micro manages, but like whatever.
That would
Micromanaging.
actually be a great name for a show.
No, I come up with a lot of good ideas.
I met Micro once, actually.
So, Microsoft.
Yeah. No, he they did a thing about digging worms here, and they were in Raccoon Cove, and me and my dad were out there digging that day, and we met him and the production crew and stuff like that.
Did you get to hang out and like talk to him and get to know him a bit?
Yeah, we talked to him. I don't know, about 15, 20 minutes.
I
So,
heard he's a pretty nice guy.
yeah, he was nice. He's actually been down this way twice. He was at Raccoon Cove and did Worming, and then he actually went out with two guys I went to high school with, Josh and Jason. The hell was their last name? But they were
What
on
were
that.
they there for the
They were there
second
for
time?
lobster fishing.
Do you have their
Oh,
social security numbers by chance?
Yeah.
yeah, I believe one of them, Mike Rose, is 682586784.
Oh yeah, good. This is an
Obsessive.
entertainment channel, by the way. Yes, here. Good to see you too. Thanks for thanks for joining. I like this conversation personally. I think Leggy brings some of the best, some of the most refreshing chats around here.
Well, that's just because I don't give a fuck, and I just say what the fuck I think.
Leggy, do
You
you
know.
like from summer to like to all throughout the seasons? Do you notice the stuff that you catch is different, like from season to season? Do you get more of or less of certain things?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. By far. I mean, like certain times of the year, you get less lobsters. Like right now, we're getting go into September, and we call it the September slump, because for the
Oh,
month of September they drop off, and about mid October offshore they usually pick off, which is where we fish. So we
mm-hmm.
should, in everything, we should
What's the best
do all right.
season? Like, say, what's the most like say like most
It
money
depends.
making season
It
of the
depends.
year? Yeah.
I mean, it all depends. Like, it all depends what you do. Like right now, last week clams were $5.10 a pound. I know guys that can go dig anywhere from 200 to 300 pounds of clams a tide, if not more. You know what
Hmm.
I mean? You
Mm-hmm.
do the math, and they do that 2 times a day, every single day, when the
What
price is
kind of
that
money
good.
are we talking on that? Like, say, what do they make? The people that
All
are
of it.
actually.
I mean, because they don't. You pay taxes at the end. It's you file a 1099 at the
Oh,
end of the year.
so you're a
It's class.
private
Even
contractor,
yeah, even me on the boat. Like I work for somebody, but I'm still technically an independent contractor. So like, there's no taxes taken out and all
right?
that. Like you got to keep track of everything. So
Yeah, I'm sure that's probably really regulated in some way.
yeah, it's different. That's for sure.
Yeah, it's interesting to me. Like I said, I think I'd love it, but
What's like you got to
I
keep
think it's just the
like
water
I've
part that I'd
learned.
really be
I've
interested
learned to
in.
keep receipts for everything.
Good
Like
idea.
when I go to the store in the morning, I buy my gloves and my lunch. I keep a
Hmm.
receipt. When I put gas in my work vehicle, I keep the receipt. Uh,
Right.
when I buy oil gear, keep receipts. It's just the expenses, and by the end of the year, it helps. It helps.
Oh yeah,
Now
you
there's a
can write
lot of
all that stuff
fishermen.
off, I imagine, right?
Now there's a lot of
Because
captains that every year they go buy a brand new truck every year, trade the other one in, buy a new one, because it's a tax write off.
right. Hmm,
So
Uh,
that's interesting.
yep.
I mean, that's what you'd have to do. Sure, being an independent contractor, you'd have to. Yeah, receipts are absolutely everything. In order that way
It's like
you.
me. I buy two pairs of gloves a day. We go anywhere from 3 to 4 times a week, 12 months a year. So I mean, and they're $5 a pair. So
Mm,
you know,
yeah.
boom boom.
Right. Does your equipment that you have to purchase a lot of is it really expensive or is it like relatively reasonable or
Uh, I mean, you got to buy a lot of oil gear and
yeah.
gloves. I mean, that's
Uh,
pretty much the biggest thing. And then, of course, working on a boat, if anything breaks, it's still cliche. Bust out another thousand. I mean, anything for a boat is way more expensive.
right.
It
You don't have
just
to
is.
pay that though, right? That's the captain or the owner of the boat's
Yeah,
job,
no,
correct? Yeah.
no, we
Yeah.
don't pay for it. No,
No, I was
we
gonna
have to
say.
help fix it, but
Right.
we don't pay for it.
Wow, that would have to so you have to do that and know how to work on motors.
Well, no, I mean if it's too much of a repair on the motor, that shit gets done. That
Right.
shit gets back for the warranty. But as far as like oil changes or like a shaft breaks or you got to fiberglass something or put up lights or the pretty much
What about the
all the
torpedoes? Do you ever have to fix the torpedo section
what?
of the boat, like the
We
weapon systems?
we don't have weapons, sir.
All
We're
right,
not
just curious.
How do you
we're
kill the
not the Navy, sir.
lobsters?
Yeah, how do you get them? Yeah, with the
What do you mean?
weapon
You got to be
systems.
able to shoot down the pigeons.
The lobsters are down there going, "Oh my God, they're shooting the lobster weapons at us."
Oh my god.
Well, it'd be like the cleaning of the torpedo tubes and such. I can imagine that's a lot of maintenance.
Fuck.
So when I left, we were talking about catching crabs, and now we're cleaning torpedo tubes.
Yeah, we
Uh,
went all over the place. We were raising alligators in the attic and
Yeah,
everything.
they're telling
just so you know, Jeff, if you ever see that Thumper 88 person, even if it's a sock, yeah, you got rid of it. That's actually a child. Proven fact that that person has a record as a child molester.
Well, I don't
I
know
do
anything
know
about
that.
that.
No, I'm just saying I do.
Um, is there a topic?
Well, talking
No,
about
like
Thumper
for like the
88 and
stream.
Savage Dave and them, it made me
Yes,
think of a
yes.
topic. Spiders, right? It just popped in my head. I read this article once about spiders, that there's enough spiders in the world that if they wanted to, they could eat the whole human population in less than a year. Just saying. Just let that sink in for a minute. There's enough
Uh,
remember,
spiders in the
remember when
world
I'm
Dave
gonna
gave
let it
they could
sink
eat
in
the
by
human
telling
Eat
you
Grey
just
population
buy
in
Goo.
less than a
spider
year.
repellent and don't tell me that fact again.
Dude,
oh, that's funny.
I went to this gas station on Route 9 here
He's got another
where I
one
live,
loaded.
and I looked up. Well, I grabbed the handle and the spider dropped down. And then I got looking around, there was a few more spiders, and then I looked up at the canopy. Dude, there was thousands. Like, this is not an exaggeration.
Hmm.
Thousands of fucking spiders up there. And then some dude from Connecticut pulled in, and I go, hey, if you're scared of spiders, don't look up. And the first thing he does is look up. And he goes, what the fuck? He gets in his car and takes off.
I don't know if I believe that story, but it's funny.
Dead serious, dude. Dead serious.
Maybe he wasn't scared of spiders.
Well, me, I already paid, so I wasn't. I, I prepaid inside the store, so I wasn't like about ready to drive the fuck off.
Well, I had forgotten about the neighbor drama with the eggs, but what's going on with that?
Oh,
Oh boy.
that shit's all settled. We don't give a fuck about that.
They're just eggs under the bridge, you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly, exactly.
It's something about the
That's just
dog.
trash underneath a bridge.
Did you get a good example though out of it?
I did. Don't trust crazy outer staters. They're nuts. Fucking
We're
flatlanders.
all Americans,
Well,
aren't we?
some are flatlanders, some
Who?
are not.
Who is we?
What's a flatlander?
Somebody that like lives and works on land constantly, like pretty much
Dude,
any.
you
Like if
almost
you
sound like
live
you're about to break out into song. I love this. Go ahead.
who? No, I'm
You.
just break out a song. Uh, no, Flatlanders pretty much anybody that's not from like we call anybody
Somebody
that works the
call my...
coast. I guess I don't really know how to explain it, but
Like working
you
class?
don't yeah, you don't work on the water and you don't live on the water. Like, you know
Oh,
what I mean?
okay. In contrast to water life.
Yeah, yeah, pretty much. Like Flatlanders, like people not around water.
Right.
And we're not talking about like little ponds either. We're talking about the ocean.
Oh, I was just about to qualify myself.
Oh,
That you scratched that off. So
yo.
I guess I'd be a
Unless it's like a
flatlander.
Great Lake or something. Like a Great Lake or something like
Oh, you're
that,
talking about the
obviously.
Great Lakes?
Them things are oceans, pretty much
Dude,
like oceans,
do they actually do operate like oceans?
which is crazy.
And
I
the
I
thing
see it a
about...
different way as well. If you're going to call somebody a flatlander, I would imagine like if every step you take is on manufactured, curated, you know,
Concrete,
you know,
asphalt.
shaped for your steps that you're about to take. Like you never take the road less taken, or you never step off the road, stuff like that. So with the water, I get it too because I love the water.
Mhm.
But if every step you take is on like a tiled floor or a sidewalk or something that was made specifically so you could walk, then
Exactly.
then you're not stepping off into the woods, you're not jumping into the water, you're not doing nothing. You're just
Yeah.
you're taking
You're
the
just
curated,
walking.
you know what I mean?
I like that
No,
picture. That's
that's a good point. And I want to say, in terms of the Great Lakes, dude, first of all, they are pretty great. I'll admit to that. But what's up with the Lake Superior? What's with all the ego about Lake Superior? Why has it got to be so superior? You know what I mean? Like,
Why is like Erie so weird?
it is weird.
why do they have to call it Erie, right? And then why do they have to call the one
And
superior?
dude,
What?
superior, that's crazy because that's like superior is
That
both
sounds
words,
gross.
eerie and super. That's super eerie.
It's
You guys
even
were right.
more eerie than eerie, more weird than the weird one, and outlier
Yeah, and
among outliers.
what's up with Michigan trying to like shake hands with Canada, you know what I mean?
Uh,
Who cares?
What's up
to
with Canada?
answer the question, yes, we notch female eagles. Oversized males, yes, we release them, and oversized females. But you don't notch a male because Canada can keep the oversized males that we cannot. So, fun fact.
Oh, so you just let the Canadians have them?
Well,
Yeah.
Save this
yeah,
for
unfortunately,
Canucks.
yeah, yeah.
That was pretty good. Why do they call it Lake Superior and then Lake Erie?
Yeah, dude, for real. Like, superior, bro. Like, what is that?
What makes it so superior?
I mean, it's less eerie. It's less Ontario. Um, they
That's
are
funny.
they are great. Nobody's denying they're great. Like, I just don't see why one has to be superior.
Right, right. Maybe there's something there that other lakes simply the other lakes don't have. So that makes it superior. Who knows?
Yeah, maybe it makes more money.
Yeah.
Stupid. It's so stupid that it's funny. It's like one of my dad. That's like a joke my dad or like Norm Macdonald would say. That's funny as fuck.
All right, how are we on the drama level or the energy
Are
level?
we?
Do we need it turned up a bit?
No.
I don't know. I see a
Okay.
lot of my fans with sock accounts saying stuff about me, and
Dude,
I
you'll
actually love it. It's awesome. I do. I enjoy it.
Well, let's
Where
see what
where Mike
happens. I could
Mike
always
doesn't
end it.
like it.
deprecated.
You're gonna be
Somebody
kind of
said,
busy when I'm up here sometimes,
there's
Jeff.
no
I'm gonna
drama with
block
this
you,
going
of
on.
Somebody said superior.
This isn't drama.
course.
You know the old rule: don't say his name; he'll show up. Well, you didn't need to say my name 3 times or say superior 1 time. Here I am.
Oh,
Oh wow, it had the opposite effect.
I'm going to
What
give
I
two
thought.
options. Either, and that's what I feel like doing. You guys can either help me out with telling me how to get a GoPro to connect to a computer because a homeless guy gave me a GoPro, or I feel like some shape. I feel like a shape fight. If nobody believes or is aware that they're on a globa.
oh
What
no,
does mine
no.
say? Sweet. No, no, what does mine say?
I'm
Dude,
on a
what does mine say?
gyroscope.
Globa.
I think it's a gyroscope, personally.
It's an oblate spheroid.
It's a pizza
I
pan.
hate the worst thing about flat earthers is they hit everyone with
Who
You
calls
think
this
it's a
a
globe
drill?
because someone told you that. No, from
Yeah.
600 odd years BC, we knew standing with two eyes, you can figure out it's a globe.
Well, I mean,
yeah,
just go,
that's cool, man.
go,
That's
go
cool.
in a fucking boat in the middle of the
Browns
ocean.
boy,
It'll land around
you know we
Just
can
look.
go at it and I'll whoop your metaversal ass. Just at
Cool,
least
dude.
tell me, at least on one subject, tell me you know you're on a globe.
You're
Yeah,
cool.
of course I do.
No,
Yeah, well,
Browns
how
boy,
do you have
I know you
tunnels
guys.
if it's not a globe?
I know you guys
I
might
Where do the
know
snakes
you're on a
come?
globe.
I can tell you
Class,
something. It seems every
class, I'm
24 hours
asking
you
Browns
do go
boy.
around in a circle. I can tell you that. It seems
I'm
like
asking
going
the
around in a
one
circle.
student that's still eating the crayons, class, Browns boy. Let him answer.
Don't knock crayons. I love crayons. You
Yeah, I
kidding
used
me?
to eat them too.
Dude,
Me
They're
too.
I mean,
good.
Well,
I
brains,
still
say
do.
that
Put 'em
that's
together.
the rainbow. You know, how does the globe explain a rainbow?
Should
I
make
don't
them
know.
flavored.
I wish I knew.
I mean, how
Uh,
does a
These are things I wish I knew. I'm sorry that I'm not adequate.
eyeball is the rainbow? Do you
I'm
know
not-
why you
Scientists.
Inadequacy
the
issues. I'm
rainbow?
sorry.
Are you just gonna talk over and think we're doing a bit, or do you want to do a bit?
I thought you
I
were.
thought y'all were doing a bit.
I thought you were,
I'm
but I guess
going out
I
here
guess you
and
quit and I
I mean,
continued
I
it.
can't believe this is real
see, and
emotion
then he
over
just
the
starts
shape of the
talking.
earth.
He's so obviously little dick syndrome. Like there's so much inadequacy to Brown's boy that he's not even stand up enough to know. Let's hear what we say back
All
and
right, now
forth.
that we've got a taste of both, I'm going to do a poll and see
Yeah.
which one the
And by the
community
way,
Jeff loves
prefers.
the
by the
poll,
way, quit is the end of the word adequate.
huh?
Quit is at the end of the word adequate.
Yeah, you should quit. Whenever you try to go to the end of the rainbow to get the little man's gold, do you know why you never get to the end of the rainbow? Did you think that did you realize as you move that globe that is your eyeball is part of that rainbow you see? And that
Yeah,
maybe everyone.
I can make a rainbow literally with a fucking what's it called? Like a hose in the front yard. The fuck you talking about?
Yeah, you spray the garden hose into the air.
Yeah, so that means
And
it's
then the
subjective.
water reflects the
No.
light, which
Yeah, so you're
Well,
right.
maybe
the color
whatever
That's
you
spectrum
exactly what it literally
your
means.
point's what?
my
What's your
pixel went
point
away,
about
and I'm
rainbows?
being too ego for that. Let's see if I can get it back. It's only on the YouTube side.
I'm confused.
It's a weird StreamYard
So
thing.
what's
Like,
happened so far is Tommy's come in. He's riled me up a little bit and himself, and now we're stopping that so
He
regular
started with
conversation can
flat
happen.
Earth,
that's the
but like
narrative.
Is
him
that what you
asking people
want?
about
That's what
glow.
I threw a poll in there to see.
That doesn't look like a poll. It doesn't look like the percentage thing. It just looks like a yes and no.
Well, it's still a poll.
I'm
I
not
gotta
used to
say,
taking.
I,
No, Jeff, you're
I,
right. I'm not usually on the taking side. I'm usually looking at it as a host. So you're
On the
correct.
giving.
I'll vote
Oh.
no. I'm gonna vote no.
I gotta say, I
Ooh,
love
I
me some
50-50'd it when I vote no.
Because we were having one type of conversation before, but it was a little bit flat. So I did the experiment of
Well,
bringing a new element on, and then it changed things. So I want to see which one the audience preferred.
Well, it's confusion now because I don't understand the fucking. Well, I understand what the fuck he's talking about, but I don't understand where he's going with it. Like, what's his
it's
point with
because
all
Brown's
this?
boy won't let me, and I think you're a man that knows how to have a back and forth.
Okay, I get you. Okay. Okay, is that
But
the
also,
dude
I
with the
think all
B? Is
three
that
of you
Brown's boy?
are
Is that the dude that is trying to be funny with his little puns, but has missed on all accounts? That dude.
If you
I
said
was laughing.
puns and trying, that's probably Brown's boy. Yeah.
Okay.
But one thing I'll give him, when I do give him credit, it's puns as little as credit as they'll build. He does have some fun, if you're into that kind of thing.
He makes me laugh. I laugh a lot.
Yeah, like a child would keep a monkey around.
Not quite that way.
Does he make you laugh because you know he really thinks he's deep and insightful, but he's just grasping?
No, I laugh with. He makes me laugh because he says things that are funny to me.
Yeah.
Well, you
Like he
learn
tells
that.
jokes that I get the
Yeah.
punchline to. And I'm not good at humor, so maybe it's
I
the
know that's what
neurodivergence.
yeah. I think it makes perfect sense. You think he's funny.
I
You're not good at
enjoy dry senses of humor, and and cerebral senses of humor as well, and that's funny to me.
Does it make
I
sense
think
as well? Does it make sense as well? Like, if you can sense somebody's intent to be funny, then you take it as a joke. You know what I mean?
It's like
So-
this. It's like,
Mhm.
what's a
If you
Satanist's
can, I
favorite?
guess.
What's a Satanist's favorite way to travel? A helicopter.
See, that was funny.
No,
Yeah.
no,
That was
no.
corny as all hell.
Can I try and capitalize on that with you, Browns? A helicopter, is that like a lot of copter? Is it like a helicopter? Like all kinds of
See,
copter?
now that wasn't funny. What he
I-
Well,
said
neither
was
was
funny.
neither.
That
You
was
okay?
a myth 'cause you
You
were
didn't
trying to be
see
clever.
Satanist and a helicopter coming. At least I'm urban, up to date, like hella, man.
But then you get
This is
upset.
hella
Oh,
man.
hella. Okay, I just
Why do you
got it.
get upset though when somebody doesn't laugh at what you have to
Why
say?
do you think
I don't
I'm
understand
upset?
that.
Why do you think I'm
Because
upset?
your voice is raised and you're starting to like make your speech patterns quicker and
Right, but are you a detective? Am I under interrogation?
don't need
Or
to
do
be a
you know?
detective. I'm just a human being and I'm a
It's
realist.
theory. This is double empathy.
Right.
It's
You
theory of
don't need
mind.
to be a detective to be wrong.
Well,
It's
no, it
just
doesn't
like
have to be. I don't have to be a
some-
detective of what I don't, what I like when it comes to humor and what I don't like.
No, no, no. We're not on the subject of what you like. We're on the
Just-
subject of what makes
Isn't
you,
humor
what
itself
makes you
subjective?
think I'm mad.
9/11
I
was
forgot
an
to
Well,
look
adequate
at the
you
polls.
deterrent.
sounded
Let's see.
upset. You were getting a little like excited.
That's me in this
Ooh.
entire community of Panelverse. You all can only get.
Well, I don't
A
know you, sir. I have no idea who you
Tommy, I
are.
wasn't
I've never talked
predicting
to you.
this, but it looks like almost 3/4 in favor of going back to before you came on.
No,
Yeah, I was.
I think Tommy's just stay on, but like from what
I mean,
you
I'm
guys
okay.
are saying, it's only been
I'm
5
okay
minutes.
with it too. I was kind of enjoying
Only
the
been 5
energy.
minutes.
Yeah, he can. I don't see why you wouldn't let him.
He's not killing
I mean,
it.
that's-
He helped me
See
out
you
too.
later, Salty.
Because the audience is like
Oh, I
three
don't like
quarters in
this at
favor
all.
of killing it.
Yeah.
Now the man can say I'm
I
not
would be
happy.
overriding the will of the people.
No, look,
So your democracy means
Illuma
nothing.
Tommy, and the Remember guy. I don't know either of you, but I'm just
Do
saying the
everything
one
you're
guy,
telling you to do.
the one guy's humor is more funny to me. Just my opinion. That's it.
What's my humor?
Don't know exactly. You're trying
Stop
to avoid.
Well,
Thank you,
it
thank you.
sounded-
That's all I needed. That's all I
it's-
needed because I haven't even.
Well, it sounded like
See,
touched on my-
I'm laughing.
You
That
tried to
was
make
funny.
something. You tried to make something funny.
Okay, first the man
tried to
narratives that I'm mad.
you
Now
tried
he's
to
narratives
top-
that I tried.
This is meta
Minimum
humor.
effort, bro. You have not even gotten minimum effort yet. I have
Okay,
only
all right.
arrived in a sense of departure. I voted
Okay.
no.
All right.
There's you gotta think
Fair
about
enough.
this too. Think about this too. When somebody has humor, they're telling a joke, right?
Right.
There's 3
I
phases
guess that's
to it.
one form of humor, like knock knock.
There's 3 phases to a joke in reception.
Oh,
either-
is this a class on humor right now? Should I write this
Yeah, I'm
down?
I
just
don't
saying.
mind it. I don't mind. I love learning about humor.
Hold on.
I'm
You
one of
either-
the funny people
I'm
ever.
gonna be funny, guys. Just let me take notes. 3 phases. Go on.
But I do want to hear Untrackable. I want to let him finish.
I know.
Yeah, you-
I just said I'm writing
Tommy,
this down.
Tommy, can you let Untrackable finish, please?
Please do. I have my pen now. 3 phases.
Yeah, there's 3 options to receiving a joke. And
Wait,
that
is this on delivery or receiving?
receiving a joke.
I missed
Your
the first
perception
class.
of a joke. You
Tommy,
have
can
3
you let
options.
him
So
finish?
this is for the audience. 3 phases for the audience.
Okay, 3 phases, 3 ways to receive.
Yes, we all understand.
Sounds like
Can
a
you
girl
please
I
let him-
know.
can you please
Sounds
let
like
him
a
finish?
special girl I know.
Tommy, can you please let him finish?
So the first option is you understand and receive the joke 100%. So you laugh.
And
And then the second option is you don't get the joke because you aren't up on the subject matter that the joke was made about.
that's
And your
option
third
2.
option is that joke.
Tommy, shut
Include-
up. Let me hear him.
I'm
and that-
writing this down.
Well,
Go
then
ahead,
write
Be
it,
Untrackable.
funny
write it,
then.
write it to yourself.
Go ahead, Untrackable. Let him get it out.
And
Yeah,
your
then you can let
third
him back.
your third option of receiving a joke is that pertains to me in whatever section of the topic that it was, and I'm gonna choose to be offended. So you have an option of understanding and laughing, thinking about it, laughing later, or oh my God, that sounds like me, and I don't agree with it.
Finding
So
a way to make it about you and
yeah,
create drama. Yeah,
Pretty
there's
subjective. Pretty subjective too, you know.
it
you
is.
have three
But
options when it comes to somebody making a joke. If they're making
Sir.
a joke, you can sense that
Sir.
it's a joke, or you're not gonna.
not always. I can't
Sir.
always.
Yeah, not
Sir,
everyone can sense every single joke. That's not right.
I have a
I
question.
wish. I'd be hilarious
Some-
as fuck.
Somewhere between option 2 and option 3, the teacher put me out in the hall and I didn't hear all of it and I didn't get to take notes. Can you go one more time?
No, because you can't seem to. Stop
Oh,
without
I forgot you
interrupting.
couldn't hear when I'm sorry.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
run through them again real quick. Untrackable.
Can you do it without interrupting?
Can I
Connie?
try? Can I just try the pop quiz? The
Well,
freak in
so
the
far
chat
it hasn't
says
worked out so well.
the freak. I remember all 3 of you.
I
The
can
last time I
summarize.
showed up.
You can get the joke and you can laugh, or you cannot get the joke and you have to think about it and understand it later, or you can choose to take like make it about you somehow
All right.
and choose to take
So
offense and throw a fit over it. Those are the 3
can I do a
options.
makeup quiz and get extra points if I try to demonstrate what I've learned right now?
Yeah.
All right, DeFreak in the chat, he says, I need drugs now, but what he really needs is a can of mustache wax and a t-shirt that says 1 cock at a time.
You learned all that from the 3 types of taking a joke.
Did I
Oh,
do
you
it? Did I do
practicing?
it?
That was a
Did I
joke.
do
Let
it?
me see. The freak, are you
I
taking
thought
offense?
that
Are you
was funny
laughing?
as
Or are you
fuck,
trying
man.
to
I
get
don't
the
know why,
joke?
but
I'm
it
trying
just
to get the
sounded
joke.
funny. It just sounded funny, bro.
All right, I took notes. There you go.
So you laugh if it just sounds funny, and I laugh if it makes if
Well,
I get the sense
well,
to why it's
it has
funny.
to do with the build up.
So it's
Oh, this
nonverbal.
is,
There's like a
you're in chapter 2. We're moving on. We're getting ahead of the grade here. Chapter 2, the build up.
101, we went through it quick. Here we are, 102 or whatever. Let's go.
this is the
We're in
gifted
the Excel
classroom.
class. This is this
We accelerated.
accelerated class.
See if
Tommy,
we're
I
already
thought
done.
I thought you were professing there for a second. I was feeling that actually.
You know what I do. I go everywhere. I work with what they give me. Classroom bit dry, but
So any
the
thoughts on
name.
Untrackables? 3 reactions.
Yeah, we're gonna disregard. As far as the dry humor somebody was into, what is the name of the guy? I can't remember. He'd literally just do all his stand-ups like.
Uh,
Like Stephen Wright,
I think that's the name before I even did an example. I think it was
bald-headed
Stephen Wright,
guy
like,
with the like afro
it's
curly.
like I was walking down a back alley and I
Yeah.
saw 2 cats. And like he's like I fell off a roof and I accidentally
Yeah.
did a 3
Very
backflips and landed on my
deadpan.
feet.
Surreal.
And a cat looked at another cat and said, "See, that's how you do that." And this was like all his jokes for that, and he was killing it. Yeah, it's Stephen Wright, I think. He was great.
Yeah, he is. He's great. I agree.
He's like my grandfather made a my grandfather made a rocking chair that only rocked forward, so he could feign interest in every conversation. Like he's nodding constantly, leaning forward.
On the other hand, you have
That's just
Sam,
hilarious.
See, that was
Kinnison,
phase 1. That
Screen
was
Nose.
me getting the joke and laughing.
Even Jeff can get it.
Yeah.
Sometimes I
Dude, do you know that's how we've destroyed the father figure of the household subtly over the years? Do you know how many infomercials are like, so easy, even dad can do it? What, the head of the household that's held it together through hurricanes and recessions and did all the work for the big piece of chicken? So easy, even dad can do it.
Okay,
What the
dude, that's
fuck?
you made a funny example. I would say.
When you have the world's superpower military that was used to police the world into a neutral level thing, the only way you finish us off for a one world government, you destroy us from the inside. You make fun of dad. You make gender confusion. You destroy the nuclear family. Is that still a stand up? Are we still doing jokes? Am I doing it right?
I don't know. I might be in phase 2 right now.
It's funny, right? It's funny. Destroy the nuclear
That's the
family.
thinking
Dad
and try
can
to
do it.
figure it out phase. But what's the home improvement show with Tim Toolman? Was he like a mockery of dads, or was he like
literally right on
a
the
subtle championing of dads?
I think a subtle champion of dads. That was actually that's a good question.
He was
Although
the
that was a funny
last
fucking show.
positive.
Because he was kind of a
conservative
buffoon,
dad.
but he was kind of the hero at the same time.
He was a buffoon with his wife in the classic sitcom sense, He did a tool show about doing things yourself
About manly
with
things.
your very plain bearded Al, who's informative and helpful, but he's the straight man, the dry side of the comedy.
Oh, I forgot
See,
about him.
still comedy class. He's the boring guy that emphasizes the main guy, the who's on first.
The straight
No,
man,
what's
so to speak.
yeah, the straight man, no homo.
I think Tommy's
I
talking
think there was a
archetype.
little homo though, right? That's a different story, I
No,
guess.
no, I think Al, while bland and boring, all the ladies were trying to fuck him. They'd always ask about him and shit, right? But he's like he lives with his mom, gives him no play, if I remember right.
Everybody knows Hollywood, but what if Holly wouldn't?
I wish Holly didn't.
Oh, I wish it was easy as some whore with a name like that. Hollywood is the magical stick that the secret society.
That actually reminds me of a joke of people say a
There's
lot,
nothing
like
funny
I've said a
about it.
long time ago. Do you think that cannibals refuse to eat clowns because they taste funny?
I got that one. It was funny. Phase 1. Ding ding.
You're crazy. You're fucking crazy.
Well, I'm crazy because I
don't-
put a slice of bologna in each one of my shoes, so that way when I put them on, I feel funny.
This is wrong. Something's wrong. I feel
I didn't
dirty
get
when I
that
do
one.
stuff.
That's phase 2.
It's just funny, dude. It's just funny.
I haven't hit phase 3 yet. I'm
Well,
waiting
you
to
know,
take offense. I
Jeff,
feel like
it's
I
like if
need
you
all of
put a
it.
slice of bologna in each one of your shoes, it feels funny.
That sounds gross. I would never
I
do
know,
that.
but you know what I
sounds
mean. You're
like-
That
sliding
sounds
around.
trailer park.
You're
Oh,
sliding
God.
around in your shoes. You feel funny.
It's just the fact
Just
that
thinking
supposed
about
to
it
be
makes me
normal
feel
together.
gross. That's like worse than ASMR.
Okay, how about some ill-fitting Dr. Scholl's insoles?
No. But I'd take that over the bologna.
Well, yeah, but now you
Wait.
you would feel funny.
Yo, what if Dr.
Wait,
Scholl's
wait,
is actually made out of like synthetic bologna?
Is this a trick
You'll
question?
all be eating the insoles.
No,
I like that.
teacher, did he do it backwards? I get the comedy. Okay, let me get this straight. It's funny because you don't put bologna in your shoes and walk on it, but how did he go from that to a product designed specifically to improve your feet in your shoes? I don't understand where it gets funny.
Because it's to show the proper example of what should be in your shoes instead of the bologna.
Right.
But I thought he was saying the Shoals was even downgrade from bologna.
Well, Tommy, here's one for you.
I don't know why that's funny.
Tommy, here's one for you. How do you think they ship styrofoam?
Like Tommy's like, yo, the bologna's fine.
I'm not sure I'm in the right class for my schedule. Can somebody? What room number is this?
This is
See,
that
now it happened to
classroom.
Brown's boy. You slid Brown's boy over, and now his B's gone.
Oh, hold on. How can I fix that? Just redo this thing.
Change your picture and go back to the whatever makes you the B.
Fucking avatar. This done. Is it good?
No.
No. But he's still sliding us around. I think he's trying to unpicture us.
Oh, I want this B to show up.
Better wrap that gavel up, B. Why are you untrackable?
Yes, this is the master class. This really should be behind the paywall, but we're giving a sample of what's to come.
I'm
This is our
untrackable
next
because
tier.
I don't take my phone with me when I leave.
No, the way that I did the name, there's actually a story behind it.
I think that's what I'm asking.
I didn't find YouTube until they locked us down.
Mm-hmm.
As
you know what I
in
mean?
ever? Like you never heard of YouTube until stay homes?
It wasn't about hearing about it. It was actually doing a login and stuff like that.
Oh, that
actually
was a
watch it.
change.
Yeah,
that
I never,
was a change that
did it before. I just call and text, call and text.
Right, but there was a time that there was YouTube, like when PewDiePie was just playing video games like anybody else. But there was a change that not everybody realized happened, that it's the reason that everybody that's just a viewer is actually the same thing as anybody that would do all the hosting show thing. It's all a Google account. So
You're correct.
actually you're trackable in that sense.
You're correct. But untrackable looks like somebody who literally carries a chainsaw around with him at all times.
How rude.
Like, no, it's just like it looks like he cuts trees. I mean, looks like he's in
No.
nature.
So
He looks
listen,
like a
in
cool
all-
dude. I think you're making a lot
In
of
all the
stuff up.
places
I
I've
know.
lived the
It's
longest,
fucking light fun.
I do want to hear his story though. He was starting to talk about 2020
I think we got through it.
discovering YouTube,
No,
which
listen
a
to
lot of
it.
us can relate to.
So
Jeff, I don't
when
think
it
you
when it came time to screen, like I've been playing Xbox my whole life. I know about your username or whatever it is. You don't put your fucking name up there. You either do random generated or you try to be as original as possible.
Do you
And-
remember where they'd give you a crazy name and give you one change for free, but then if you change your mind again, you had to start paying like $3 or $4?
I do remember that.
Hey,
Now the one
I don't-
hack to it,
I don't care about
if you
remembering
could-
that because it made no sense because I've just picked a name and picked a name. But when it came time to where I'm raising my little girl and she's getting these toys from people, but these toys don't
Hold on.
coordinate with how I'm going to raise my daughter. Like
Wait,
she needs to
what?
know.
Wait, you just left a lot there to gloss over. How is your daughter receiving?
No, actually, he's fine. He's fine if we don't overcomplicate it.
It's going to be a good story. But so what I started doing was when I would get a gift of monetary gain, I was going and buying Hot Wheels and Matchbox cars and tracks, and I'm
I have
on
no
Amazon.
idea.
Are you talking
getting
about
all
you're a kid?
because that's how I can connect with my child. Because I'm not going to sit there and play dolls with her, but physics matter.
I know.
And even girls drive cars. And I was raised with these types of toys. So rather than me sitting around playing dolls, I started buying these cars. Well, this in my avatar is a Matchbox car. It's a 1992
It's not showing up.
Dodge Viper. And it has the side pipes on it, not the rear pipes. It's got the side pipes. So it scrapes the side of the track. It will not race. So that's how that picture and when I join YouTube.
It's not showing up. It's just white.
The photo's actually not there. Just right.
I want to
All
tell
right.
you the one way that Untrackable has gone wrong with. I agree with everybody's perception of this is a swell guy with a beard, but this thing that everybody likes about you and you being a father to a daughter is exactly why the right move that you have no shame to be in, you could only earn points with this, is your bearded ass hunched up at a little coffee tea girl set, having tea with your daughter, playing dolls with her, because
What?
we all know that's that dad style.
He plays Hot Wheels.
Oh, I see what Tommy's
Yeah,
saying.
he does that.
Oh, okay. I see that. Here, let me give you.
It's all about him, and his daughter needs to learn that.
Right there it is.
And
That thing
and
with the
listen,
original-
every time I've heard of a grown ass man still doing Hot Wheels, them joints are
How do
in the
you-
package.
Okay.
Those are in a package, hanging in a row on a wall, because we all know why you don't open them.
Doesn't matter.
Is there
I'm
something
gonna
wrong
put you
with that?
backstage so I can get
I
his
won't be back.
story out, and then I'll bring you back.
I thought the story was done.
No, is it done? I thought it was just getting started.
No, I mean that's it. Like
Oh, okay.
In
Well,
order
never mind, Tommy.
interact with my daughter. I bought her toys I understand and I can teach her about. You know what I mean?
I was.
don't buy
Where
her
is she
makeup,
getting these
but I
gifts from? That's what had me interested, curious. Like internet
Jeffrey,
people
did
were
you know,
sending her gifts.
We have a big family.
Oh,
Imagine
so
how
these are
bad
people
it is
that knew
I'm
her.
trying to reference the freak in the chat. Usually I'm ignoring him, and it's getting so bad I'm addressing the freak.
Oh, are
in the
you?
chat.
Is Freak trolling you?
No, he can't troll me. He's a buffoon. I've wrecked him on my own
I
show,
like
and he thinks he's
Freak. I like Freak a lot.
well. That's of course you like this freak.
I guess I
You
like
You
I
have
like
a
everybody.
show.
He's a
What's your
nice
show
guy.
about?
What is it? It'd be easier to list off what we don't touch
Here,
on.
I put your channel.
Okay, well, however you want to go about it, that's fine.
Oh, have
Just
you
ask
not
me
met
what it's
Tommy?
about. No, I have not.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, meet Tommy.
DeFreak, do you know all these? I've found so many different times that the KJV talks about Muhammad. Do you know that?
Is this what you
I
talk
usually
about
give
on your
DeFreak.
show? Or?
I give DeFreak a lot of crap because he's the only person that any of us have ever met that claims to be a Christian but references the Quran as a Christian more than the KJV. So I'm just kind of
Yeah,
reeling
you're
him in, talking
choosing.
about.
You're picking and choosing. Yeah, I know.
Welcome, Jess.
Or you're
No,
saying,
DeFreak, you
yeah, I
try
know.
to tell me I'm wrong and you've never succeeded because I'm not sure you understand
Not being
words and
real, bro.
reality.
Yo, dude, please don't start stuff
Okay,
with people
don't
in chat.
listen. Don't crossfight either.
Jess is here. Never mind, DeFreak. You're back to nobody. What's up,
She
Jess?
got I think she's having connection.
I don't want to
So,
start with people in chat,
but
bro.
don't do a conversation with the chat where the viewers can't even see who you're talking to.
I know you're all on a spectrum. Did I need to say louder? Never mind, DeFreak. Jess is here. You're back to nobody.
Well,
Are you
she's
guys
not.
okay?
She's
You gonna be
she
okay?
dropped off, so I didn't want it to go
She'll be
back.
back. How she just came in and left, and you've already got her in the description. You are like on a Spurg level. That's your idiot savant side. Is you are on
No,
top
huh?
of.
That I
You got me
I do it
tagged.
right as soon as someone comes up. I type it in,
I
so I
know
can
you're the only
update
one
that.
that
That's
does. Just notice
Spurgy.
that.
That's like the most basic thing that I think anybody
I
would
think
do.
it's very anal
One, bro.
retentive.
Step one.
Dude, I don't
I like
link
to give
people into
accurate,
stuff.
up
I'm
to
not
date
too lazy.
information.
I'll link people if I'm calling them out and hating on them, but if they just show up in my panel, I don't go through all that trouble.
Yeah, I like to. In case somebody wants to follow their channel, they can see. Oh, who is
I
this
agree.
person?
I appreciate it. I already have spent so long in this panelverse having to find my shit myself from people not linking that I don't bother doing it.
How many years have you been in the Panelverse?
2+.
Oh, I thought it was a lot longer.
It feels longer. I agree.
It does. So you're not like after COVID, not even during 2020.
Somewhere during stay homes, I think, is when I started. Approximately the first 6 months, it was just me versus the Unslaved cult, and none of us knew there were more channels with panels. And that was, it started around when Brian from High Impact Flicks had showcased Paul on the Zachary Hubbard rivalry. That's how I realized, wait, YouTubers are doing public Zoom calls? Let me go see what's up with it.
That's what this is. Pretty much.
Yeah. It's all it is a public Zoom call. These motherfuckers that are hosts that think they're going to hit PewDiePie's status. It's like, anybody with a smartphone can just click go live just like you for at least 20 free hours a month. Come on. And did you see what I showed last night? If you have a good enough computer, I could stream on YouTube for free, bring up an offline StreamYard, share that screen as just my share screen at YouTube. Now you're doing free StreamYard panel. But my computer doesn't run well enough to make it work well, but I showed that you could do it. It just had a lot of lag issues with the audio the more people I added.
Well, I would say this too, and that is sometimes, like, regardless of your intentions of inviting people to speak, you also have people out here that, like, we just want to talk to somebody, feel normal for a minute. You know what I mean?
Oh, the teacher has become a student. You had me schooled on the comedy rules. Are you asking me about panelverse concepts and real world applications? Because now we can go deep. I'm a professor on this.
I'm not sure if that's what he was asking, but I'm
I know
interested.
exactly what it is, but if I say it, it'll ruin it.
I get what Untrackable saying, and I definitely want to allow space for that to happen here when it's needed.
Oh, I get what he's saying, because what he's saying can be a pro and a con to a panel. It's like the difference between panel walkers and panel hoppers.
What is it? A 7
What's the
word. It's a 7-letter word. Let's play Hangman.
What if I consider myself a surfer? You know what I mean?
I think first you might want to say what's the difference between a panel walker and a panel hopper.
All right, well, tell us that, and then I want to hear about the deep dive, like the layers.
This is just the start of the deep dive. A panel walker, like myself, they're pretty free to go panel to panel because they have the reputation. They will either add, like you said at the beginning, the energy, or I will cook with what their recipe is and not just go against it to try and talk about what I want to talk about. Panel hoppers, what we'd call camera seekers, attention whores. They don't care what the panel's talking about because they're going to go up and just try and get their showing with no reading of the room, no regard. They're not as welcome as panel walkers.
Makes sense.
Thank you.
It makes sense so far.
Freaks getting the Z's
But
out
when does it
because
get to the
the panel hopper.
How does that relate to the oysters and the lobsters?
I think
Are
we've
you talking
moved on.
Jordan Peterson?
We're going deeper
I'm
now.
fucking it. You know,
We're
I'm
in
just fucking
the,
around. I'm just fucking
we're
around.
headed toward the abyss.
It's a stupid.
I just
joke.
heard lobsters and thought Jordan Peterson lobsters.
Just a callback. Stupid. That would like hit well.
Callback? That's Comedy
like-
101 again. A callback.
Bro, you know what my favorite show was when I was a kid? Pretty much was like,
Rainbow Bright?
whose
My Little
line
Pony?
is it anyway?
Gem
And,
is really
and this shit is so much like that.
Is that the improv group troupe?
Yeah.
what
Oh,
did you
yeah.
say?
You couldn't hear me?
No, I was talking over you because I didn't think you were going anywhere.
Oh, it's
And now he wants to know.
it's what? Now I fucking forgot.
So
No,
Whose
it's
line
called,
is it anyway?
Whose line is it anyway? Like
I predicted it. He forgot and I reminded him. I asked him what it was. He forgot and I reminded him without knowing.
Hey, I will say that's a great
Yeah.
show. It has generations behind it. Like it's
It
not
is.
just the same show. It's like they've had different hosts. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Bro, no, like,
And different
this
editions.
joke-
Like, isn't there a UK version and a US version?
Yeah. And
Was it
what's
Bill
great
Maher?
about it
Oh,
is all through it,
Hey, Jess.
like the UK original one had the tall, skinny guy from Drew Carey. Then the American version where Drew Carey's hosting, the
Yeah.
UK guys come over, and the American guys that were in the UK back in America with those. I get what Untrackable's saying. You had to
No,
know.
it's amazing.
If you don't
It's
know,
amazing.
you know.
dude. Those two guys, I think his name is Ryan Smith, maybe.
Ryan.
It's Ryan. Funny,
Huh?
tall, skinny guy.
So y'all must not be as eager to go deep as I am, because I was fascinated
what is
by
it?
Whoa.
Sorry.
what Tommy was about to say.
Jeff, you know I got nothing against the gays, but when you say go deep, I need some emphasis because I'm not sure I agree.
Well, it was your phrasing earlier. You were
forgot about-
Oh,
taking us
now
to
you
the-
now I feel like that's fighting words. How is
other
Tom
layers of the
saying go deep in a
Panelverse.
Gen X Jeff way? Oh, the
But you
panel.
need to own
Okay.
your alphabet too.
Your alphabet.
I wreck the alphabet. I say alphabet can alphabet in adult clubs and stuff. Stay away from Untrackable's daughters. Quit making a beeline to her education system. Just wear a dress and be in your area. Stay in your lane.
All right.
Because the
well, let's
problem
get back
is
to the layers.
problem is people can't go out and fake being black except for that Rachel chick that was all over the shows over
Rachel
it.
Dolezal. I could probably
Yeah,
pull it off.
but
I could do it
any fucking freak can put on a dress and say you have to respect me and let me into children's education. I don't agree.
I feel like we're losing sight of the
What's
Panelverse thing.
Yeah, no, like,
Get it
what's
back
the
on
whole-
track, host.
Okay, the top. You
It's
said
like
they were,
whose line is it? He's gonna give the next game, and we get back on track with the next game. Go for it.
but it was an
That
an earlier
great.
game. It's not a new
That
game. It was
actually
your
great.
game, and it was the layers of the Panelverse drama.
Whose
and you
line
said
is it anyway?
started-
It's not
Yeah,
my
are we
game. I
talking
just
about
thought it
how
was
the
fan
album-
Jeff
too.
was interested in something else. He picked up on something I didn't pick up on. He picked up on like a depth of panel.
Yeah, he was talking about the layers to the Panelverse drama, and first he had to define Panel Walker and Panel Hopper,
Okay.
and that was
Okay,
the
okay.
prelude to understanding the deeper
And he
levels
did
of the.
that. He did that pretty good. Everyone agreed, right?
No, he didn't get to
Right.
it because y'all all started talking about a thing, and I'm
No,
like,
no,
how is
okay,
this
I'll
not
be
the
back on
most
track.
fascinating thing in the world right now?
Oh, I believe it is. Because started early in the Panelverse, before I even started talking to other Panelverse people about it, I immediately just started thinking about what in regular real life relates exactly the same to panels and what things are maybe only panels and not real life. And then I just went from there. Like
I can tell
I've told many panels, not everybody talks about being in this game of the able words and integrity and the things that don't end in able, like response able, honor able. But even if you don't know you're in that game or claim you're in that game, it's
What
the
about
only game there
cable?
is.
No, I'm
Huh?
kidding. What about cable? I'm kidding.
Cable?
He's
Yeah,
go
like
on.
it's an alternative to media. Yeah, no, just joking.
Right. I'm not even sure that's a pun. That was a nice try, though. I'll
So
give you-
Tommy, like the last 10 minutes that you've been speaking, is this what your show is about?
it's
Just sort of a
show about what?
hodgepodge
His
of
show is
everything?
actually very creative. He does a lot of video effects and
I've put the
editing and
most
AI.
effort in for the most restrained and hated on donos. Even when my dog was dying of cancer, people said, other hosts said, don't give him money, give us cigarette and beer money. And they did.
Mhm.
And yeah, and that takes me back to a callback, Browns, when I showed up and I said, no, everyone
Jealousy?
gets this. No, the callback to everyone in the Panelverse gets my disgusted
I don't feel that my
short
question was.
patient.
I don't feel that
And I
my
don't think we're
question
going to get
was.
to these
Was
layers of the
I don't feel
Panelverse
that my
either.
question was answered.
Well, your question can only be answered by taking some time in your miserable life to go to my channel and go through the
Well,
videos and
I
streams.
don't have a miserable life. First off, secondly,
I think you do. You've
I
been
don't
here
think
this
I
long.
want to go to a show that I don't know anything about.
Right. So
Yo,
the
you have
way
a
you
miserable.
find out,
Yo,
the way you
you have
find
a
out about a
miserable life.
thing is
Come to my
Honestly,
channel.
you could absorb Tommy and what he's
Yo,
about
dude.
Well, give
from
me an
just hanging out in
example
the
of what you do,
Panelverse.
Tommy. I mean, what's your show about?
can we watch the sequel to, yet?
Do
Did
you
you
have a
watch it?
short that's not copyrighted? That's not going to get me struck.
Is an original work all around.
Maybe I'll
know,
go there, but I just need to know what it's about. If it's
The
about this,
sequel,
I need
the
to know that
more you know.
I'm gonna learn about these layers at some point in this
After the
conversation.
last time I was here, Jeff, you said later you would watch in your own viewing the sequel to to the more you know.
You
And I
said
don't think you watched.
later to differentiate
Mhm.
I did
later.
And now
watch. I watched something. I didn't understand a
was
lot
it?
of it because it was about people I didn't know about.
I want to know about them layers.
Let me look at my channel for a second.
All right.
Hold that thought, Cap Gun.
Hey, yo, them. Hey, what don't they call them underground layers too? Like LAIRS. like,
the snake
and then
layer,
if you spell it different,
the
it's
layer of the white
LAIRS.
worm.
Like
Hey, this
liars,
is
layers.
wait, cook on the puns for a second. That's good. Do it. I need a second.
Sure.
I got another
Maybe say,
tab.
Chief.
Well, back.
No, I'm
Okay,
just
let's go
trying to
back
help
to Lake
if I have any
Superior.
dead air.
We can go back to Lake Superior and how it needs to get over itself.
Well, let's let Jess get some. She's new to the panel. Jess, how are you? What's going on today?
I'm okay, guys. I was just wondering, like, not wondering. I'm sick of all like the panel people, not the panel, some panel people, just
A lot of
thinking their
people
shit
are.
don't stink. And
Well,
they're
yeah,
just
but what can you
all
do
of them.
about it other
smarter
than
All
turn
of
the
them.
channel?
Can you be more specific?
I don't know if I don't want to bring that. I know Jeff doesn't like talking about other people.
You mean
but
like
You could type it
this
in the
one-
back.
there's this one chick named Jess that thinks her mic don't stink, but it does today.
Yeah,
well,
your mic
if
is.
it does, let me know.
It
It
is.
Thanks for
does.
letting
It's
me know.
Cutting
bad.
in and out.
It's like a strobe light, but a microphone.
Okay, let me fix it.
Was that comedy, guys? Was that comedy? It's like you don't hear a strobe light, except now we do.
if you have to ask that question, then no.
Well, we're in
And
Comedy
if you have to
101.
explain
Am
the
I
jokes,
supposed
they're
to
not
teach
funny.
the class that I'm
Right.
taking?
Yeah, if you have to explain it, it's not funny.
I'm a student
That's
in the comedy class. Am I allowed to ask
It
questions?
had comedy
Correct.
potential. It
No,
was like cerebral
sometimes,
comedy. It tickled
honestly,
your brain.
he's incorrect because sometimes explaining the joke is the fucking funniest part about it.
Especially in these remedial panel levels. Yes, I
For
agree
real, dude.
sometimes.
Is
Yeah.
it any
I've
better?
never
I didn't know
experienced.
you were a big Hannah Gadsby fan.
You have like, dude, like if you're like, it's funny to tell a joke and like, okay, so it's funny to try to be funny and
It
fail.
is?
Yeah, because if you're not funny, you didn't succeed at what you were trying to do, which is funny.
Which is funny. It's like running into a pole.
Well, that's just called bombing.
Actually, me and Brown's boy have a good real life example of that whenever we were a team of hitmen. We're catching shit from like a high up like mob guy that's trying to act like we're not prepared for the job. And keep in mind, me and Brown's boy are sitting in opposite seats in this cushy office as he's kind of being demeaning to us, and we're looking at each other from across the room. And the guy references CYA, and we sarcastically, he looks at me confused, and I'm like, cover your ass. And he's, oh, and we act like we didn't know what CYA meant. And I explain it to Brown's boy in front of the guy that's condescending us to show him we realize how slow we are. And I'm helping my boy out. CYA.
And then what happened?
Is this a real story?
If you've ever seen Way of the Gun. Yeah.
CYA means it sounds phonetically close to CIA, but whatever. And YMCA.
Yeah,
See, he's doing it now.
closer
He's
to
acting
that.
like stupid, but he's doing it.
Yeah, no, I can't because I know I can't make them get it.
So we're not ever going to get to these layers of the pet. That was all a big.
I mean, if we can get to that, if Cap Gun doesn't want a solid example of
No,
what my
if
channel-
that's not where the audience wants to go. To me, that's like Geraldo's Vault
They
or the Holy
voted
Grail.
to
I don't know.
kick me
There is
and
no
you
more
didn't.
important topic.
You
to me.
said fuck what the audience wants, or I wouldn't be here.
That's true. I forgot to kick you off. Oh my God! I
No,
totally.
you said
you're
you're
good.
not going to kick me off, and I even voted no.
No, I was I was going to, and I closed the poll, and it was majority
Well,
of
you
kick
said
you
no.
off, and I was supposed to like segue into, well, Tommy, I need to go with my audience. They've spoken, and I totally forgot
Yeah.
to do that.
What else are they going to do?
Which means you won, and you got to stay on because your content overrode.
No, I lost
I wouldn't
because my
kick him off.
vote-
I mean,
You're
wouldn't-
saying I lost because my vote is the thing that won the percentage, and I'm still here.
I
'Cause you
wouldn't kick
voted
him
no.
off. He's filler. He fills
Nobody-
time.
Dude, this ain't Survivor.
Well, I'm
What was the poll if it's not Survivor or Big Brother
I got
or
teased with the secrets of the Panoverse, and now I'm feeling.
You know what this is? It's a callback to Whose Line Is It Anyway?
It
Because
was
they're
a
tallying
set of
points.
false
They're tallying points through the whole show, and then at the end he just says one of them won, and it has nothing to do with the points throughout the show.
I think Jess is gonna win. But I feel like I was deceived. Like I was sold a carnival.
Well, you
Barker.
are a Satanist. You're worshiping the king of deception.
Well, you're a better one than I am because you set me up with quite a temptation.
Well, my one true God created your good
What was the
times for a
temptation?
screenshot.
Was the temptation? What was the layers and the?
He was
depth of
going to
the
give the
temptation?
secrets of the Panoverse. Do y'all not want that?
They're not secrets. It's like a documentary.
Yeah, no, now it's like he's avoiding it almost.
Right. He's
Well-
like, there's layers of the Panoverse, and I'm about to tell you what they are. But first,
I
and then we
wouldn't
never
say
get
I'm
to it.
avoiding it as much as I'm
First,
displaying the well-known aspect about me. Is I'm going to work with what you throw at me if you can.
We're in the
coax
seats,
But you
me back
threw
in
it
the
at
layers.
us. You're the one that I didn't bring up the layers. You did.
With
you knew
all
about
due
it.
respect to Cap Gun, Brown's Boy's pun rant was to give me time to find him a good example of what my channel is. And as everyone knows, to narrow that down to one thing is very difficult.
Well, you can do both at once, right? You can talk up here and find out or find a good clip for me.
Indeed,
to look
I
at.
can. But another thing everybody knows is it's just
Cap
going to
Gun-
it's going to take bandwidth off of both to multitask
I don't
and
know why.
still deliver both ends.
Do you want me to backstage
Sounds like
you for a
another
sec
girl
while
I
you
knew.
look?
The
And
deliver
that
on
way you
both
can-
ends sounds like another special girl I know.
Do you want me to backstage you so you can look and you can focus on that?
if you backstage me, I think my vote's gonna win. And you won't be able to restage me.
Well,
And then
I already
Capcom
closed
does
the
the pit.
poll, but you already did.
It's
You
a,
already
it's a
didn't kick
somebody's
it. That
got to
was half
lose.
an hour ago, and I
Someone
forgot to
loses
kick
in
you off.
any.
I thought it was a half
You
hour
can
ago.
pick any direction in this fork in the road, but you can't go every direction.
I
Well, it sounds-
picked the direction several times, and nobody's going there. So I've given up on finding out about this panel later.
Hold up.
You
It
never have
sounds
to-
like you're stalling to me. So
Is
When
my
you
mic
say
any
you
better? I don't
pick
think so.
direction,
Uh,
it was
talk a
better
little
when
bit.
you.
What is
ask
he
the person.
stalling, Capgun?
Hmm?
What
Is
is
it
he
loud
stalling?
enough to talk over Tommy? That's the only.
Well, they stalling
important
To
thing.
work with
because
Brown's
he can't
voice
find a-
style, I wouldn't say I'm stalling as
Because
much as
he
a little
can't-
flooded. What
because he
happens
can't
when it's
seem to
flooded?
find-
You
I
wait
guess I'll
a you
just
wait a couple
Well,
minutes.
No,
when it's
I'll
flooded.
wait until you're finished with your sentence so I can speak. Go ahead.
Yeah,
Oh,
Capgun,
that would be a first.
you said he's stalling.
No, I've been doing that this entire time. But go ahead.
Capgun, the last time I showed up here, you and two other haters wouldn't let me get my initial sentence out. And you think I don't remember that?
I
I'm
don't
lore
hate.
master.
I don't hate you. I don't know who
I
you
hate
are.
everyone.
Okay, well that's fine. I didn't say that I hated you.
Everybody, actually.
If I hate everyone, do you think you're not in that crew?
You so
But you just
secretly
didn't
hate.
hear what I
Tommy,
said. I
It's
said
a
I
big
don't.
club, Capgun, and your ass is in it.
Tommy
I don't
secretly
hate.
love
I
you all
don't hate
so fucking
you.
hard.
I don't
So
hate.
hard.
I don't
Okay, wait,
hate that
he
guy.
gone. He's gone. He can't hear. He's gone.
People that talk over others show just a lack
That
of
happens.
intelligence.
It's you really have to fight for the mic here, and
Yeah,
I
but
can
that's stupid
backstage
because
as
it's a
needed.
lack of intelligence is shown. That's fine.
I'll agree so far.
But I'm more frustrated that I'm not going to get the secrets of the Panelverse that I thought I was being set up to get.
Yeah, dude, you said you were offered them or something. They were offered.
Yeah, do y'all was I hallucinating when I don't know how we got on the topic, but it was something about the Panelverse, and he was
Something
talking
about
about how
wanting to
he'd been here for
recruit
2.5 years,
Wanted to recruit you.
and then it was something about the panel walkers,
Yeah,
the panel hoppers, and he said it's more complicated than that. There's layers to it. I'm gonna tell you what they are, and I'm like, oh, good. This is what I've been waiting to hear
yeah,
for years, like the whole last 2 years.
yeah.
And then it never came out. Like the conversation kept jumping around from there.
So I was right when I said that it sounds like he's stalling.
That's right.
It's not just him though. It's like other people keep taking it down these rabbit trails too.
Mm-hmm.
Capcom was right. And he's gonna claim it's like calling. It's like content, which technically it is, but like
Right, like
it's
a
not
production.
as good as what you're promising. You know what I'm saying?
Oh
Like,
no, I know what's coming. I know
To
what's coming.
everything that was said while I was in the backstage,
Mhm.
that's you.
Okay.
All right. Now,
Now where are
Capgun,
we?
I just addressed that our first encounter was you and your boys just talking over me. It is a sign of low intelligence. I told you, Jeff, all you got to do is keep me on track for the not secret, but documentary details of what is the Panelverse.
Why
Yeah,
can't
it's
you
And then-
keep
that. I've been
yourself
trying
on
to do
track?
that.
Why
So-
can't you keep yourself on track?
Because I'm still stating your answers. I
Is it
found the
ADHD
resolution is.
or what's going on?
Is he talking over me with a sign of low intelligence while I'm trying to
Just
answer?
had
his
a
Well,
question.
in fairness, you talk over a lot of people too. It happens a lot.
Yeah,
I
it's
don't talk
there's
over
from
anybody.
many
people
directions.
call it talking over, and some people would say he's
Prepare
got
for
that
battle.
value tenure at the moment.
prepare.
Like you guys got to be the
Prepare
only
for
5 people that
combat.
are like, you
Okay.
guys got to be the only 5 people that are like, why won't he tell us the thing? Let's talk over him.
Hang on.
Oh,
Real-
you can't
is,
write
this
this
is
stuff,
this
baby.
is for my own selfish purposes. I know that Untrackable and Jess are not
Wait.
gonna interrupt.
Grounds
I just
Boy was
want
the problem
Tommy
with
to
this song?
give me these layers of the Panelverse. So Tommy, this is your chance to get the content out uninterrupted,
Okay, it's
and then
not
I'll
a
bring them
secret.
back.
Well, that's not a great ultimatum. I'll hold it just to leave that. Now, based off of Panel Walker and Panel Hopper, can you give me a curious question I can build off of? Because I got a lot, but I don't know where
Well,
you want to
I tell you what I'll do. I will go back in the stream and find the point where you said.
Oh, here's no. Here's one. It's a personal thing of mine, but I think it might apply broader once if people can agree or not agree. I think one thing that's ruining the Panelverse compared to how YouTube used to be. Remember before panels, your famous or favorite YouTubers, they would just visit each other. Like one would host the other as the guest, and then in turn they'd flip it. The other would be the host and guest the other one.
Yeah.
And that's perverted in this form of I'll just go there and restream it. And then it's like it's my show whether I'm going there or not. And it takes that interaction aspect out of it. And now we see that the shitty hosts, if they get put backstage or something, they're just still talking to their stream and they're not listening while they're backstage. And it's not really the co-creation it used to be between YouTube hosts. So for me, honorably, I don't restream. If I come to your channel, Jeff, you'll never bring my channel up and see them restreaming it. If I come to your channel, it's a visit from me. And then if I'm streaming, I just stay over there. And if you want to come over there, you can. But I'm not restreaming when I go to other channels because there's too much nefarious options to it.
So like
One
the
time-
layers are the people doing the content and then the people streaming other people's content.
Well, here's an example of nefariousness. One time through emails, I asked Flo, this is when my equipment was worse. I said, Flow State, would you happen to be streaming on this day? I don't want to interrupt your streaming if you are, but if you're not, could you come visit mine just to be the better computer so I can play this other channel's video and commentate on it? And you can commentate if you want, but once the video is played, you can stay or go, it's all good. I just need the technical assist. In the email, it's like, all good, bro. I'm not going to stream, blah, blah, blah. When he shows up to do it that day, he gets bored or doesn't like what I'm doing. And before I get through with the favor I asked him, he's already firing up another stream without me knowing. He forgets that he's still in my backstage while he's streaming. And then I bring him back up on mine to continue. And he doesn't realize he's brought back up because he's over streaming obnoxiously and hating on me. Then he realizes he's brought back up, and it makes him look stupid. But I equally hated him for it.
Bottom one first with gear.
Yeah. You trusted somebody with ADHD to do a lot.
Hold on, that's narrative. What did Capgun say? It was low.
I didn't say anything.
Oh, well, your gray thing was moving while I heard something low.
Oh.
But no, Jeff, that's not a correct narrative. You just ask a question.
Well, he is ADHD. That's when you
No,
were
he's
telling the
a
story. That's what,
sociopath.
well, he could be that. You could be both.
ADHD, by the deathbed of the inventor of ADHD, is not a thing. Autism is a thing, Jeff.
It's a thing enough descriptively to.
It's a
talk
thing
about.
used to get kids on prescription methamphetamine, which is Adderall, and the older one, Ritalin.
Hey, there's this thing, and it's called "Do You," regardless of what anybody else thinks. And in this age of mass response.
Well, if you say hysteria, it would remind me of the snake, which hisses. Hysteria.
Do you is not a Christian, God-fearing.
I want to finish hearing about "Do You."
Do you is what you preach, Jeff. Do you is the pagan and Satanist motto. If it
hang on, I want to hear Untrackable's. Tommy, hang on. I want to hear Untrackable's version of YouTube. Go ahead.
Hey, do you, because failure is imminent, but it's an educational process. So when you feel like you need to go in this direction and you trip and you fall, it doesn't mean you stop going in that direction. It means you pick your feet up higher. You understand what I'm saying? So
yeah, sometimes. I mean,
it doesn't
I think if
mean
it happens enough, you might reevaluate the direction and see if you continue going in that direction. But you may decide that yes, you do pick yourself up and continue going.
Yeah, exactly. And you know what? The direction you choose to go down, it may not be the best for you. However, once you choose to go down it, what's going to stop you? A trip? A wall? Burrs and splinters and bees? No, nothing's going to stop you from going down the road.
It does stop some people, though. A lot of people.
It may be a deterrent, and like you said, you ask yourself a question at each adversity. But if you choose to go through each adversity, you're gonna find the end of that road.
Yeah.
And if it was the wrong road, you know, what are you gonna do? You're at the end of it.
Yeah.
Does my mic
Fatty.
sound better?
Yeah.
It does.
Fatty,
Thank
I had a question for you the
Browns
other
boy.
day, last night. I forgot what it was.
Browns
It was
boy.
something we talked about. I
Browns
wish
boy.
I could remember.
Browns boy. Browns boy. Browns boy.
Yo,
Hey,
yo,
Browns. I just
Browns
read
boy.
what you said.
Rarely will we find a lottery panel where I'm like, Jesus, all I have is to cook with Browns boy. You want to get it on? Browns boy, what if I didn't have to go down all these roads of adversary? Wait, what did he say? What was the problem whenever you're going down the road? What did we run into?
He said that
Like
you
a
have
wall or
higher.
some kind of
Adversity.
adversity. Yeah.
What if I've avoided all kinds of adversity because I stayed on a university and was successful in the things I attempted because I was prepared for any
Is that what you
adversity
did?
from university? No,
Adversity, equity, and
I
inclusion.
think Browns boy as double B is a good thing. I think triple B, which is that beard is blinding y'all to the basic. I think that's Brian O'Shea in a disguise. I'm getting Brian O'Shea vibes now.
You talking about Untrackable?
Yeah, man. He's
You
losing
think
me,
that's
man.
Brian
He's losing
O'Shea?
me.
He
I
does
think he's on
that
this
type
level.
of,
He's
Here,
really.
I'm gonna feature you on
At one
Trackable.
I
point, I
was
was
feeling
wondering
him
if
on
he
old
was
school.
playing.
I was
But
feeling him on old school Xbox. I was feeling you guys on the everyman bearded lumberjack look. I've lived in
put my
West
info
Virginia.
in the back.
Colorado. He is losing points with me. Oh man, on so many levels.
Because of the way he looks.
No, that whole concept, nothing's going to stop you because you'll be the thing that saves you. Nope.
I liked it.
Well, yeah, you're a Satanist. It's
Well,
exactly
you do
what you.
you too, though. I think you do you
No,
very
I
well. You do
don't.
you in a way no one else could do.
What is that?
Is it okay to say that doing you is also being there for others? Can that be part of you?
If that's
So
you. But if it's not you, don't try to pretend like you're someone that's going to be there for others if that's not who you are, because that just throws people off. But if that's who you really are,
I'm
I
there
don't
for
think you can
others.
stop yourself.
I'm
but
sorry.
you
Is there
know,
another? Is
no
there another
such
panel
thing.
verse?
There's
I'm
no
sorry.
such
He's
thing
talking
as
over me as a
super.
son of low
Hang on.
intelligence.
I'm going to just have to keep swapping you in and out. Go ahead.
There's no such thing as Superman. But if you have something that's going on right in front of you, you have a choice of who you're going to prioritize, and you're going to do it above yourself. That's the type of person that winds up looking like Superman. But the rest of us, like, hey, if I don't care about the people around me, everybody's ducking and diving and covering their own nuts. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So Jeff, your hosting style tonight is from the start. Everyone voted to get me out of here, and you kept me. And now this dude said his thing, and then when I was trying to reply and he talked over me, he said, "I'm going to boot Tommy and let you have a double thing." And now, what am I working with?
You can say your thing.
But I got two things he's on now.
Well, you can say both things.
Okay. The Lord asks us to deny ourselves and to not do us and to pick up that cross and follow him. And through that is how we don't do us and we are concerned about everything around us, and we are stronger than Superman because as the nothing we are and the acceptance of that, we can call upon the power of the utmost highest power that Superman cucks to.
That actually made sense.
I'm the only panel verse host that Rex faces, and I'm going to give it all up to go live with the homeless I've been helping low-key without talking about until I talked about it. This bearded guy's a bitch, and he's my bitch, and I'm not impressed.
Well, no, when is that?
I tea party with his daughter.
Hey, when did you Did you get both of your things out?
I don't know what that means.
You said you had 2 things.
Yeah, I got 2 big balls hanging between my legs. That were
When
a
does
gift
the
of God.
homeless thing happen?
Oh, I guess you don't want my stuff. Everybody's pretty sharp on it. Let me do one thing. Can we do one
It was
experiment?
supposed to happen today or
Is
20
Cap
hours.
Gun
Well,
still here?
Yeah,
hours.
it's right here.
Sorry, I don't. The screen's small. I'm not always looking at it. Can we do an experiment? The
No.
best thing I could, but it was for you, Cap Gun.
I don't care who it's for. I said no.
But you asked for a thing, and now you don't want it. What am I
Okay,
supposed to respect about that?
I'm curious enough to hear the experiment, whether he wants.
All I
you're
asked for
you're
was
the
to
most
see
vicarious.
what your video, what your channel was
Thank
about.
you,
That's
thank
why
you.
I
And what
didn't
was my
work.
problem? How do you sum my channel up with one thing? So that's the experiment.
I didn't
I've
say that
gotten
there
a-
was a one thing. I asked you if it was a hodgepodge or if it was
Oh my
one
God.
certain
Now
thing.
you're saying
I said
don't
it before.
think you understand.
just didn't
When
listen.
we talk
All right.
about low intelligence, when we rule out
Hey,
any
do you
over talking, I don't think you understand the interaction you're giving me right now.
I don't think you understand the interaction you're giving
No,
anyone.
I understand English. I understand the words both of us are
this
using.
feels like
I'm
the
not sure
sped
you're using the
classroom.
ones you should.
Well,
What is your
Sorry, Jeff. Were you talking over me?
Wait,
It
hang
sounded low
on. No,
intelligence.
hang on. Hey,
I think I know what you're
Untrackable,
saying.
stay just a sec. Stay 1 second. Untrackable's on his way out, so I want to give him a chance to leave us with something or say goodbye or get some final word.
Yeah, I'm on my way out. Love all the different opinions, and thank you for the platform.
I
That-
appreciate
that's
you
all.
stopping by, and please continue to do so.
Yeah,
And
when I
have
see you, I'll see you, and that's how we roll.
Okay. Have a good rest of your day, too. Take care. Oops.
What do you mean we? Does he have a mouse in his pocket?
Huh?
He said that's how we roll. Who's we? Does he have a mouse in his pocket?
Oh, come on. He's gone.
As long as I'm disclaimer, Illumitomy is not the views and things of the bearded guy. You should get him and Brian O'Shea together one-on-one, see what happens.
I'm not interested in Brian O'Shea. That is not my crowd.
Nobody is, but I'm promising you, this panel
because
versus
of the
lore thing, you want it.
beards?
Listen, combined with your interest in the documentary and my status as lore master, I've also been known as the Ed McMahon, not the Publishers Clearinghouse, like the WWE Ed McMahon of the Panelverse. You want to get that dude and Brian.
That's
Listen,
McMahon.
you want to
Shane
get that
McMahon.
dude and Brian O'Shea one-on-one and just let it go and watch. Trust
Give it
me.
to Moose or somebody like that. That's more
Fine, wherever. Just let me know where it's going to happen and I'll tune in. I won't even touch it. I won't chat. I won't join the panel. I'll watch what happens. And you're welcome. Everyone's welcome once that happens. Now.
Okay. Were you in Cap
is Brown's voice? I mean, he's getting
Yeah,
there,
we're
man.
starting
He really
something.
wants it.
I didn't hear what you said, Jeff.
Hold on.
Let me-
Experiment. We were going to do an experiment. That's what it was.
Right. Let me
What's the
change my
experiment?
picture so Cap Gun feels more inadequate and knows who the fuck he's talking to. A nice
Inadequate?
selfie,
Now I
softy
see
boy.
gray.
That's
I can see
315
gray.
easy. That's 315 deadlift easy. I'm warming up on 6 plates, bro. Whatever. I
you
see you
using-
not
are you
flexing because
using-
if you did, we'd know you're hiding what you're
Are
trying
you
to hide.
using straps or is that just with your hands only? Deadlift grip. What are you
On
doing?
your hands.
If the picture shows.
if you're
The
using
picture shows
straps, you're
nothing on my
cheating.
end.
No. You see,
Okay.
once again, as a sign of low intelligence, you're not letting me answer the question you asked.
No, I just because you kept talking, I wasn't finished with what I was saying.
No, what you called keep talking, because if you said if you're using straps, you're cheating, and that wasn't the end, what more did you have? Go ahead.
That was it.
What the fuck?
Okay, that was it, and you started talking when I was answering.
What
as a
was the
sign of low
original
intelligence.
conversation?
Relax.
Oh, this is relaxed. It's what you all can get every time you show your son's low intelligence. The answer is, in the picture, is whatever it is. In the day-to-day, the deadlifts would have a combination of straps, no straps. What else do
No.
you do with your wrists all day?
Actually, wait a second. I do see a strap around one of your
Right,
wrists.
right. I said if the picture shows straps, it is what it is. The actual deadlift session is
No.
not only a. Hold
That
on!
doesn't-
Don't
that
say
doesn't
no.
count.
You haven't gotten
Doesn't-
your answer.
Doesn't count as a
Not-
deadlift, sir.
Oh, save your non-physical science for the bullshit you're trying to sell me.
Jesus Christ,
Or
you
would you
fucking
like me to
heathens.
finish
Just
my
fucking
statement, or would you
just
like to
rub
continue
swords
showing a
together
sign of
and
low
20,
intelligence every time I
25,
talk?
25 years of it, I guess. I don't know shit. You're right. Go ahead.
25 years of it, and that's the picture you're showing us?
Mm-hmm.
Right. Okay, impressive. May I answer now, sir?
Go ahead.
No.
You may-
Not
you have my
only did the
permission.
set. Not. Oh my God! He said go ahead and kept talking.
Said he has my permission.
Hold on.
No.
Jeff will backstage me till you're done.
No, I'll let Tommy talk. Go ahead.
Ooh,
What were you
reverse
gonna say? But
psychology.
Don't
on that.
look. Don't
Okay.
fuck it up. Come on.
That's you. Okay, not only did each session include straps, not straps, but my Sigma Jeff claim of Spectrum, it also involved the grip switch ups of like 3 different ways. There's,
Hang
like
on,
right-handed batter. Listen,
I got confused. I thought
I'll
if
slow
I
it
let
down.
you talk, it was going to be about the original conversation before the straps. I didn't know it was still going to be on
No,
the
I thought you were
straps.
letting me talk to answer his straps question.
No, I thought you were going to answer the question before we got derailed by the straps.
I can't work backwards. I'm more efficient with it
The
working
straps
backwards.
are not even relevant. That was just a complete
They are
red herring.
relevant. There's a very
No.
good reason for them.
Tommy,
Okay. Huh? Yeah, Jess?
Hey, Jess. Hi.
Captain
And hi,
my-
Leggy.
my mic still sound like it's shit?
Jesus Christ. This
Mm.
fucking app sucks.
Is my
It
mic still
keeps
shit, you guys?
kicking you off.
No, but
Uh-oh,
Cap
we're
Gun's
gonna-
got shitty. I think God's
Why
working
not?
on his microphone. Oh, there's the end of the show. You just
I'm
fucked
right
up, Jeff.
here.
We had a good chemistry going. We had a good chemistry going with the whole panel. I don't know if Cap Gun reads it, but this is the thing: is if you want to push it, we'll over the top it. Yeah, DeFreak's gonna kill this thing. He's a cam-seeking panel hopper.
I don't have to say anything.
I
Go ahead.
enjoyed the freak. We have good conversation.
Oh yeah, DeFreak always comes up because he doesn't have to say anything. That's why he comes up on panel.
So did we wrap up the thing with you and Cap Gun?
I don't think
I
it can
feel
ever
like
be
he really
wrapped up.
got
I
off
think
the
he's.
ground or
I
went
think
anywhere.
he's made a long-term metaversal adversary, and I can respect that.
Oh, I think y'all
Once,
end up
I think
may
he's
friends.
bit
may
off
I
more
say
than he can chew.
something now,
I
I
Jeff?
think he's bit off more than he can chew.
May I speak, or is this?
Yes, sure.
Okay.
That's
Hang on.
you.
Hang
Now,
on.
let's see if he.
Go
Thank
ahead.
you. I appreciate it. If he's showing, he's deadlifting 315, and he said that's just a warm up, and I don't understand why he doesn't show himself going for 6 plates like he claims that he can do. I don't understand that. You don't use You don't use straps. Straps
I don't
are
know.
that's
That's
completely
not a
not
topic I
deadlift.
was
Wait,
interested in.
Number one, I did not use the term warm up once, and number two, when you
didn't?
say you don't use straps, please unpack you and who is that?
Freak, no, we're not unpacking any of this. This conversation is over. Freak, what's up?
Good. You
Yeah,
don't
I'm happy
deserve
with
your
it.
answer, you flabby arm fucking piece of shit.
Tommy.
Come to the
Tommy,
Is
are
Are you
you
upset?
done? Are you done? Let's
So
wrap
that's
up.
gym talk. That dude wouldn't
Sir,
talk
are
this shit
you
when
are
we're
you
lifting the
upset?
weights.
No, you're too small for me to talk to.
All right. No, Cap good. Freak, what's up?
Well, I was just gonna talk to Tommy, see if he got my message in the comments of his LARP church about me, and then ask him. Well, he mentioned Muhammad in the KJV, and I was just wondering, what he had on that.
So you came up to start drama?
Yeah, I guess you could say so. Someone's got to keep Tommy in check.
I
At
don't.
least
I
he's
don't
honest.
know.
Send him out on the street with a good vibe.
Jess, you're the only one up here I like and respect. What do you mean who's being honest?
I was just when Jeff asked him straight up where you started trying to start drama. He said, "Yeah." I said, "At least he's being."
Oh, okay.
honest.
I thought you said at least a freak was being honest. I don't think he's got an If he's honest, it's by accident. And it's not that he's a liar. I don't think he's aware of reality.
Well, you could say that
How you
about
doing,
many,
Jess?
many people.
Jess, how are you? Jess. Did you mute him, Jeff? Did you mute her, Jeff?
It could be her mic. She's been having mic issues.
No, it got cleaned up. It's fine.
It doesn't look like it.
She's not muted. She muted herself just now. Unmute yourself, Jeff. Just unless you got business.
I'm not. I haven't touched her. I haven't touched anything about her. This is all.
Who is what is this person?
Super.
asking on the
This
stream?
Tommy and I have
What
a history.
What fight is he talking about? I have seen no fight.
I've seen a fight with Cap Gun. I've seen a fight with Untrackable. I've seen a fight
You think
with
that's a
Brown's
fight?
Boy.
I haven't fought
Oh, the only fight that me and Brown's Boy were doing what we call cooking, and you don't get that much from me and Brown's Boy. It's usually only when everything on the panel is worse than me and Brown's Boy attempting to save it.
From what?
From whatever it was you were doing when I got here. Somebody said
Oh, I thought it
superior,
was-
and I said they called for me.
I thought it was fine. I was.
That was a
enjoying it.
callback.
Oh.
Where is Brown's Boy?
I don't know what's going on.
No, that's a good thing,
Amen.
Jess. If you,
Yes, you heard
Jess,
me.
how are
Woohoo.
you? What's new with you?
Nothing.
Better than what's going on. Describe nothing.
Just taking care of my family.
Awesome. I can make.
Are you off
taking
today?
care of-
With the rest of
I
us?
think I think you're off, Jeff. I think you're off today. I think your panel's off. Nah, people expect me to work with it because I have a reputation. I'm saying they know I'm
Well,
challenged with this.
good
You
thing
guys
you
are
came on.
resisting content resistors tonight. It's tonight somewhere because it's Globe. Call back to why it came up. Anybody want to go on Shape, or y'all at least respectable enough to know you're on a Globe?
You mean we're not flat Earth?
It's not flat, no.
I don't draw a lot of flat earthers for some
I
reason.
was
I can't
gonna
tell who is and
I'm
who
sorry.
isn't. It doesn't come up a lot.
I think that's
Jeff,
pretty
you
much
draw a
dead
lot
issue.
more people. You've got an issue I've noticed with TML. I think you have the potential for much better panels, but you keep the people that repel people up here.
I like my panels. Oh, you're talking about like Mike. But
But
people say that about you.
right, they say that, but I never cite the numbers because I don't care about the numbers, but I reference that I only look at the numbers for reason people don't look at numbers, and I just not offended by you referencing people say that about me because they're haters.
But these
Jeff.
people you're talking about, the numbers also go up when they're here.
Right, those people are all punching down.
Right.
Like that's another classic YouTube thing that was pre-Panelverse. The idea that Mr. 7K subs, even though I've shown the status that Paul has bought more than half of his 7K subs, YouTube would not tolerate a 7,000 sub channel just coming at my little old less than 700 sub ass, but I love it because I'm Little Mac. I'm upper punching all these haters, and they're losers. Flow State's a loser sociopath. Paul's a loser hater failure.
But like what? So what? Like there are losers out there. Just let them be losers.
Exactly. So what? But this is more Panelverse lore you want. They want that shade. They start those parameters, and they lose on the they are judged by which they are judging by, and guess which one of us works for that man that set those rules in the good book.
So it's a
He's got
religious.
two
is it a
thumbs and
spiritual
uses
warfare?
straps in his picture. This guy.
Okay.
That's not me
You're
doing
really upset
sixth
about
place.
that, aren't you?
No, it's called a callback, and from another callback is what defines upset,
You like
bro.
a lot of callbacks. I've heard you say callback like 4 times.
We are in Comedy 101, and I'm showing the teacher I understand the
I thought we
curriculum.
had gone to. We at least in 103 by now.
I have yet to hear
The
anything funny
student
from
has become the teacher, Jeff.
I have yet to hear anything funny from you, sir.
Oh, you're making it hard because you don't know how to cook.
You're not making it hard. It's just you're stupid.
What have you said funny besides been on the back foot trying to defend against me working off your bullshit?
I haven't
Number
been up
one,
here trying to make
number
people laugh.
one,
Anybody
Wait,
with
you
eyes.
just asked me a question. I can't answer it.
That's you. You see what I did? I flipped it on you.
Jeff, can you
Oh,
put
this
your
ain't my
3 cards
channel. I would have
back
hit
for a
him.
second?
Yeah, I could let him answer.
Thank you.
Go ahead.
Thank you. He asked me a question. I just want to answer it. I'm not up here to try to make anybody laugh or do anything else. If I say something funny, that's great. If not, that's great too. That's all.
Well, if the parameters are, if he says nothing funny or
I was
entertaining,
having
that's
anxiety,
great.
but you just
Great
have calmed
job.
down.
This is calming your
He set the
anxiety?
parameters that if he
I
That's
don't
does
think
amazing.
nothing
so.
funny,
This is not real
great.
life.
And
Well, I
I'm
mean, it
giving
is
him a
real life.
pat on the back, Jess. Great job, Cap Gun. You've said nothing funny. Now, I did flip it
Okay.
on you. You keep
No,
crying about
you
me
can think
interrupting
that.
you, and it's all you've done. You know I'm going to go back and
Well,
take this
I'm
footage
just
and edit it to
stating. I'm
just
just
show how
stating a
many times
fact.
you do that.
I'm just stating a fact. That's all.
What am I putting up?
What
Freak?
fact is that?
That you talk over everybody and nobody can say anything.
No, the fact is
That
you've
you're
done
stupid.
that. I'm sorry, guys. I'm
Why
sorry
would I
that you're
want to go to your
witnessing.
show? I don't want to go to your show now.
You'll never get on it. You
I
are
don't
a
wa- I don't
train
wanna go.
wreck.
You might end up on it, but
I don't
No,
want to
he
go
won't.
there. I
Listen.
have
There's
no
now
interest.
3 people. DeFreak, since you're so in the know, you want to say the first 2 that I said will never be on my panel, and they never have so far. And this guy's now the 3rd.
Capgun already made it to that status from just the little
Yeah.
interaction that you've had
Impressive,
with
right?
him here.
There's another great job. Our first and longest interaction past the first initial.
Tommy did that with me. Like he was my first person in the panelverse that I put in that slot right away.
And here
This
I
is from
am.
the comments section. This is before I even had experienced him on a panel at all.
I was
Just from
in
the
your
comments,
chat.
I
I
put
was
him in
in
that
your
category
chat.
right away.
My chat was agreeing with Jeff, and he muted me for all time until I came up here recently. I think you were here, Capgun, when I came up and said, "Will you just unmute me?"
No,
in
I
the
just
chat?"
told you I've never seen you before and I've never talked to you, so I
Oh,
don't
he's
really
pulling a
know what
mic.
you're doing.
He's pulling a mic. Oh my God! I'll search your streams, Jeff. I'll handle this.
Go
Okay.
Because
right
I don't
ahead.
need this tab where I was going to give Capgun the example of what my channel is. It's irrelevant now. He
I
never
don't
needs to
want.
worry
Yeah,
about it.
you're right. I don't want to know what your channel is now. I have
Oh,
no
you don't want what I'm bringing up
I
to Jeff, bro.
agree.
We just
Here,
did
I'm
this to
kind of
Mike.
getting burnt out on the drama myself, and
I'm about to leave. We're going to
Okay.
replay the Mike thing. I'm going to show him how he's a fool and a retard, and then I'm going to leave like we did with Mike. You remember?
Wait, you're saying
not
Cap
really.
Gun was on your panel before?
All I have to say
Oh,
is
the freak is showing some
really-
awareness of the
Oh,
past.
well, maybe he doesn't remember.
Yeah, maybe it is. You know, maybe Tommy. I don't remember every time I blow my nose either. You know, I don't.
Yeah,
get it.
but have you only blown your nose twice in your life within the recent
That makes no
less than a
sense.
week?
I just don't know.
Okay,
what the
none of
hell
it matters. Tommy, is there anything you want to say on your way out? Do you want to leave us with anything?
Yeah, freak. You had a few questions that you wanted to ask me?
Well, probably won't have time here, but you mentioned that you said Muhammad was in the KGV, which is probably just satire, but you know, I wanted to hear what you had to say about that, and I wanted to know if you actually read my response on your LARP Church to Freak TBE stream.
Okay, so there's the questions. All right, anybody got anything else?
Tommy, be safe.
I'd like to go back to what we were talking about, which was I don't even remember what the hell, but
I don't either.
until that entire mess started with
There were
that
crabs and lobsters at some point.
Yes, there were. He certainly knows how to clear out a panel, that's for sure.
Oh, I do know. Moose, Hank, and Paul were all together, and they wanted to do an intervention on Jack, and then
On Jack?
3 other guys joined. Yeah, Jack, and then Flo,
They're always going to do an
Dennison,
intervention on Jack.
and then Base all joined, and they all started yelling at Paul, and Paul started yelling at them. It was like, "Rawr!" And
So
then,
just another day in the panelverse.
When was that?
and then,
When was that,
but
Jess?
yeah, it's me. Is my mic sucking? Sorry.
No, it's good.
Sounds good.
All right. But yeah, I was watching that for just a little bit because I was trying to. My phone's been giving me trouble all day, but I really wanted to come on here because I haven't talked to you in a while.
Where it's relaxing and your anxiety can take a break.
Well, I know that's silly because I mean, it's real. I know it's real people in real life in a sense, but it's not like real life. You know what I mean? Like,
I
I'm not
honestly
gonna
don't know. Like, it could all be a bit. You never know with the Panelverse. This could all be a production. Fatty, oh my God. Hang on. I got to congratulate. Here, Fatty, I'm going to get the special clip for you. If I can find it. Give me a second. Hey, y'all continue talking. It's taking me a while.
I don't think I've ever actually had time to talk to Pat.
Your mic's popping out now.
Your mic's always on here, so I never really get to talk to you.
All right, here you go, Fatty. This is for you. Fatty made this clip for me. I do like the colors, I have to admit. Usually they pay to take it off. All right, thank you, Fatty. Thank you.
Danke,
All right.
Father.
Hey, Ladybug. All right, I think the DeFreak Tommy drama is going to have to wait another day. What else are we talking about? The Paul Hank stuff sounds like another day in the Panelverse. That's been going on for a while. That storyline's been going over several seasons now.
Yeah. See how it goes on when he
And the
opens up.
Talcott intervention, same thing. We need some new writers. Like we need to get this new season going with some fresh material.
I don't think Tommy was strapped up to lift that bar of weight. If you looked at his grip, he had a in and out grip, which is one hand one way, with the other hand the other way.
It's a standard
He was just
deadlift
carrying
grip,
that thing across the room. That's not lifting anything.
Well, we don't really know anything about that. We have no idea.
I just had a quick question. Two quick questions.
Quick.
Number one, just from host to host, Jeff, I was curious, how much are your memberships?
99 cents. What a bargain.
Oh, you flow stated it.
I'm going to have other tiers later, but that's the basic, just support.
Can I ask the chat maybe one question?
Yeah.
I'm real confused because my screen's kind of small. I'm looking real hard. What is that thing hanging from Capgun's wrist? I know he doesn't talk over me.
It's called a strap.
Right. What's that?
Mm-hmm. Didn't you see what I was doing before I was using the straps?
I don't think
you know what I was doing.
I don't think you saw what any of us were doing.
I saw you deadlifting with a strap. There it is in your avatar. All right.
Right. I don't think that's my issue.
Okay, then what is your issue? I just told you I was
my
wearing
issue
straps
is that
in my avatar. Yes, I was. I am. Did you know
think
what I
my
was doing before that? I wasn't doing deadlifts.
You didn't say.
I didn't tell you.
Well, let's hear what the issue is.
This is.
I don't have an issue. I don't care
No,
about
Tommy
anything.
was going to say the issue.
All right, sorry.
Once again, back to the chat. What can you
What's
do a
the
poll?
issue? This is your chance.
Can you do a poll while I ask him the issue?
But just tell the issues. This y'all fuck with the conversation. It throws me
I
off.
want to know if the chat thinks me or Capgun has over talked each other more.
You both have. I can answer that. I don't even need a poll. I can answer that. You both have. But
oh wait,
you were talking about the issue.
No. If I ask a question,
No. My
Jeff,
brain.
I have not talked over him. Sorry. I'm not going to agree with you.
Was he about to say the issue with Capgun?
No.
And then
he's going to babble on. Go ahead. Sorry.
But he pretended like he was going to say the issue.
Of course.
Let me answer. I was answering.
Okay, what is the issue with Capgun?
Oh, that's easy now that I'm up here. My issue is simply.
He took himself off. I didn't do that.
Now, if he actually took
Tommy,
himself
don't
off
get
there,
blocked. Don't
that's
make me.
Funny.
I don't want to hide you. Don't.
Station 33 wrote faggot in your chat. I don't care.
That's
I don't know
the
if you
worst
care
you
about
can.
that
That's
or
the
not,
issue.
It's not the issue. I'm just making you aware. I don't care. It's not a whatever.
Tommy, I'm serious when I say I want to know I'm genuinely curious as to what the issue is because y'all just met. It seems like an alpha male, like locking, like how the animals hit the horns.
He's not an
whatever
alpha
that
male.
contest is.
Why does that always happen here, Jeff?
I don't know. I think
I didn't
it's. I
start it.
think it's partly a male thing. It happens with males, and I think it's a spurg thing. Like
No, it
when you get
happens with
spurg,
females as well. I've
spurg
heard females
males,
do it too.
it yeah, it does, but it happens in a specific male way with
I
males.
think it's also an afternoon lull kind of no drama panel in between Talcott and whoever in the
That you
morning.
make a great point. How much of it is production? Like no, it may not even be real. None of it may be real.
Yeah, well, you remember when we were talking to Access Rat Blood? He did the
Yeah,
Jerry Springer thing. That was all fabricated. So that was way back then.
yeah. Before panels, people were
Yeah.
fabricating, producing. Yeah, I keep forgetting about that because I'm so used to the real world, and I'm not
I'm
used to this
real.
production stuff.
But I don't think Tommy was deadlifting anything. If you got one hand over and one hand under on a weight bar,
But
you're
I
not
think
lifting it up,
Tommy's right when he
carrying
says
it.
that's not the issue. I don't think it's about the deadlifting or the strap or anything else. I think there's something deeper underneath all of that, and I can't figure out what it is because Cap Gun and Tommy barely know each other, so it's some kind of little initial impression thing,
Oh,
personality clash or something.
it's probably how many plates are on the bar, kind of a thing, you know.
I don't. I don't
Well, it
even know
is
if
to
it's a.
some degree, but it's just, and I didn't start any of this, so whatever. All I did simply was ask him what his channel was about, and all this went sideways.
Yeah, we never did do our experiment. He,
Tommy's
Yeah,
channel is about Tommy.
I
the
wanted to know
what?
the layers. I really did.
I did too, and the experience. See, I get teased all the time,
Because
and
I
I
don't
wanted to know the
know any
issue,
of,
and I
like,
found
I
out
don't
it was
know.
faggot.
I'm new. I need
you're
to
not new. I've
know.
seen you several times here, Jess. I don't
Just
think
Well,
you're
I'm new. I'm
after
necessarily
new. It's
new.
like
tease after
I'm a baby.
tease.
I'm like a baby. I'm like months old.
Well, that's fine, but being new to me means this is your very first time you've ever been here.
Oh,
You're only a
yeah.
month old.
About 2 months old.
Oh, okay. Yeah, she just started kind of coming on.
That's cool.
And then, like, yeah.
I haven't
Like,
heard
when was that
I
panel that you
haven't
were
heard
talking
her
about?
like every time I've been here. I've never heard her say be bad or
Well,
anything bad about anybody or any of that.
Mm-mm.
But that's just the times I've been here. I don't know. None of my
I know I'm
business.
not crazy. No, I'm joking. I'm teasing. I'm a nice person and I get along with everyone. Well, not everyone, but you know what I mean. I just
Yeah.
don't
Oh,
want
that's
to talk
cool.
bad about people.
Well, that's cool. I get it.
How long
I
ago
mean,
was
unless they
that
hurt my
panel you were talking
feelings.
about
Do what?
with Jack and Paul and everyone went up and they started yelling at Paul or whatever? How long ago
I
was that?
triggered you? Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to trigger you.
All right, never mind.
So.
Oh, but
What was the thing with Jack and Paul?
When was it? Actually, I was wondering when that was.
it was today.
When is it not?
Like
It's every time I turn on YouTube
it
somewhere.
was. I don't know.
Moose did a stream this morning with a bunch of them on it.
Hey, Exiled. It's good seeing you, man. I haven't seen you in a while.
Oh, Top Cut should be fun then.
They were wanting to do an intervention. Jack was
Jeff,
in the,
I'm gonna excuse myself just for a sec. I'm gonna, if you don't mind leaving me
Oh
up
yeah,
on
no
panel.
problem.
I'm leaving me up on panel. I'm going to just grab some coffee. That's it.
Yeah, sure. I might do
Thanks.
the same.
Thank you.
But yeah, unfortunately, my phone's a piece of crap. I'm gonna throw it out the window. It's on 19, so you know I'm about to die.
Oh, okay. Well, I might end up wrapping up, and I'm
All
doing
right.
another one later.
I want to say goodbye. And I know I always tell you this, but Jeff, you are the most welcoming host in the paneliverse. I'll tell you that. I know I always say that, but I genuinely mean it. So
I'm gonna say thank you.
I know I say that.
And that
Whenever I
many
say
would
goodbye to
probably
you.
disagree.
I don't know. You're the only one that like I feel like I can actually be like myself and not, you know what I mean? But anyways, y'all have a great day, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.
Okay, we'll see you later, Jess. Thanks
See
for
you
coming
later.
up. All right, Capgun's getting coffee. Freak, you got anything
No, not that I can think
other
of.
than
Thanks
the
for having
Tommy
me up.
stuff?
Yeah,
At least it's on record, and then the two of you can take it from there.
thank you. Catch you next time.
Okay, I'll see you later. I'll be out tonight probably. All right, I will. I don't know what dick toxic mean, but little dick, like little dick energy. That's what I'm saying. It's a man thing. It's like how men size each other up to see how much of a threat or competition, or they peacock or beat their chest, whatever they do. I've seen it because being a Sigma, I've watched it happen my whole life, but I've never felt the need to do it back. So I've like people try to start the dynamic with me. You know what? I guess maybe intellectuals do that. They try to like show, like, sense each other's intelligence and try to outsmart each other to see where they stand. It's a way of placing yourself in the hierarchy or filling out your status. I'm interested in that, especially the panel currencies. What my responsibility, as I understand it and define it for myself, which is really the only version of it I care about, is to my vision for this channel. And responsible for keeping the channel going, like not getting it taken down or struck. And to the community, because the community is part of that vision, part of what I do. So those are where I see my responsibilities. But I don't feel responsible to run the panel in any particular way just because someone else thinks I should do it a certain way. I do it with what works for me and what I'm trying to do. And actually, I'm very, I'm very loose with that. I give a lot of latitude. Like I let things go that if that is my true mission, I wouldn't normally even be letting happen. All right, and thanks for coming up, Tommy. Yes, yeah, it is the best looting. I saw where he's taking his channel down. Did you see that? I saw where he has like an upcoming video where he's, maybe it's a copyright thing, but he said he's leaving YouTube and he's taking down the channel. I do, but I work with what I have, and I tried to make them intellectual. We tried to get into the depths of the Panelverse and all that other stuff, and it just didn't happen today. I kind of learned when not to fight, and today was just a day not to fight it. I did try to push here and there and try to get it going, and even Tommy kept saying to keep him on track, and it wasn't working. Yes, exactly. Play the fool. All right, I guess that's going to be it for today, and or not for today, for right now, because I'm pretty sure I'll be back tonight. Take care, everybody. It was fun hanging out. Cap Good. You must have Frank's coffee machine, the 10-minute coffee, at least. Or we weren't sure if it was an actual coffee machine that takes that long, like the metal pot on the stove, or if that was just his covering for how old he is and how long it takes him to get to the kitchen and back. But either way, I think yours might be longer than Frank's. You are the sculptor. I like to think of myself as a collaborator. It's more interactive. Like, it's not clay. They're not passive. It's not a passive medium that I just sculpt. They bring their own content and energy and ideas, and I have to. It's more like making a gumbo and blending all the ingredients into something like just that right flavor, and it doesn't always come together. All right. Well, Cap Gun, I hope we can do it again. By the way, we need to set up that movie. Let me know when. We're going to be watching Waking Life maybe this week at some point. So y'all are welcome to join us for that. All right. I guess that's it for me. I'll see you later and talk to you then. Take care, everybody.